What's up, everyone? We're the Ramblers. This is episode 6. I'm here with Danny and Eric again. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
How you guys been?
Good.
Good. It's been a bit of an eventful week in terms of stuff we got to talk about.
Yeah.
It's gonna be probably a long podcast. Hopefully not 2 hours long like the PS1 episode, but it's gonna be long. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah. We are the Ramblers. We're the Ramblers. We talk about games, movies, and anything else that's interesting. Alright, so we'll go to our news bit first, because we've got a bit of news to talk about. We'll talk about this now, but we won't go into too much depth about it, because we'll go into it next week. So I assume you guys have both heard about the Hellblade permadeath?
I have.
Yes, so, in the Hellblade is a game that just came out not so long ago, made by the same people who made the Heavenly Sword on PS3. It's a game that takes place in Celtic mythology, and you play as a chick who has a bunch of mental disorders, and you have to try and find someone who was sent to Helheim and all that. So we won't go too deep into it because next week is our Hellblade episode where I assume we'll all have played it by then and can all go into deep about how the game works. We've only played it a little bit, or I've only played a little bit of it. Danny, you've already watched me play it.
Yeah.
And you haven't played it yet.
Not yet.
But it's been making the news a bit, or not news, but it's been making the waves rounds around social media a bit because it's apparently got a permadeath feature.
Apparently, because it's not 100% certain yet.
Yeah.
Like, a few people have died like 50, 60 times, and they haven't gotten the permadeath.
Yeah.
But because the thing is that it does tell you at the beginning, if this thing that covers your arm gets up to the character's face, she fails.
Yeah.
And then you lose all your progress.
Yeah.
But with that said, that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Some people suspect that maybe it might be
A bluff.
sessional. Yeah, it might be a bluff, or it might be in sections. So,
Yeah.
like, in a certain area, if you die so many times, it gets there, but then it resets.
Yeah.
But it's not really been confirmed or denied
Yeah.
yet. I mean, it'd be really cool if it was
Yeah.
fake, because then it kind of adds to the
Yeah.
already building anxiety and nerves of both the character and the player.
Yeah.
That's really clever if it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for context for those who don't know what we're talking about, so in theatrically in the game, the main character Senua.
Yeah, Senua.
Senua, that's it. She has at the beginning, pretty close in like the first half hour of the game, she gets this black goo on her hand. It's like, well, it's not really on her. It's like underneath her skin.
It's like her veins have started to become like black.
And the whole thing is that whenever you die, that black goo goes further up your body, and the whole thing is, like you said, Danny, hits your head. The character hits Senua's head. She's dead. And they even say in text, comes up in text boxes saying, oh, not text, like it's like, is it called the corruption?
It's something.
It's like the
that.
dark or something. I can't remember what it's called. That if it reaches character's head, because head's where your brain is,
Reaches the brain,
and also I think for Celtic mythology that's where your soul is as well.
Okay.
I think they mentioned that in the game. Like in Celtic mythology, the head is where like your essentially your being is, like that's where your mind and also like.
Seems like I'm pretty sensible with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it hits theatrically, if it hits Sienna's head, it's meant to be permadeath, and so like you said, Danny, like it like hasn't been confirmed or denied that it is actually a feature. I think it's actually even if it isn't, I think it's a really smart move because Hellblade's essentially an indie game.
Yeah.
Like it's got not like
Triple A indie is what they call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, like it's got fucking money behind it. It's got some of the best facial animation and just graphics.
Oh, the faces on the characters are so cool.
Yeah.
Or at least the characters that you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like and all that, so like not a lot of people knew about Hellblade. I remember I watched the tech demo, the live stage demo where they had the actress on stage doing all the mocap on stage and showing it on screen. I saw that and I was like, man, Hellblade looks wicked. And none of us have played Heavenly Sword, so we're not.
I played a little bit of it.
You've been playing it
like
recently.
an hour or two of it.
Yeah, so we're not really like well versed on it. So I think Hellblade came out. A lot of people were like, Hellblade, that's cool.
Well, they've done other stuff. They did Enslaved Odyssey to the West.
Oh yeah.
And they also did the new DMC.
Oh yeah, Ninja Theory, derp. Yeah.
I was waiting for you. Yeah, I must have forgotten about that.
I forgot Ninja Theory made it. I couldn't remember who made it. Yeah. Man, that'll be an episode all by itself. is my thoughts on DMC Devil May Cry. No, but like it's really cool because like it's. I assume they did it because it came this permadeath news came out just before the game came out. So I feel like it was a way for it to generate waves. So it's like people. It's like. Because then Hellblade's all over gaming publications.
Because it's been in development for quite a while.
Yeah, a very long time.
But also they've been public with its development almost to like a Kojima level.
Yeah.
of
over
just
10
showing
years,
it off a
isn't
lot.
it?
Yeah, this game's been in the works for a long time, and you can show. I've only played an hour of it, and you can tell this game's got a lot of thought put into it.
Yeah.
It's really fun as well. But I like this, even if this permadeath thing isn't real. I really like it because it adds a certain level of not necessarily realism, but just like
Stress.
yeah,
It thematically fits with the game.
yeah,
really well.
and yeah, it's really cool. And if it is like I heard someone say like, oh, that's not like I've seen all the articles where it's like permadeath. A really intuitive or bad design. I'm like, if it fits in the world, and I like it like that because then means like there's more drive for your mission. I'm like more invested. I'm like, oh, if I fuck up too many times, I'm going to.
If it
lose.
doesn't make it too hard, permanent in other games, if it's
Yeah.
an option, why not?
Yeah. That's like the issue. Like another game that it's not forced permadeath. It's a mode is Witcher 2 and 3. They've got permadeath modes, and
Oh, that's a cool. Wow, that actually.
yeah, for like 100-hour RPGs,
Holy
especially
crap,
Witcher
yeah.
3, which is like a 3, like if you really put your time into that, that's more than 100 hours worth of game content. The issue with that though is I don't know about 3, but 2 had stealth sections where if you got spotted, it wasn't you got spotted and killed. And if you were playing permadeath and you met like somehow weren't paying attention, like I know that as the whole like you got to treat it like it's a mission.
Real,
Yeah, so like if like I assume if you were infiltrating a base of soldiers and if they caught, they would kill you on that. But at the same time, in a big 100-hour RPG, that's not what you want, especially if you sunk a lot of time into it.
Well, that's something like the old Assassin's Creed games. Like imagine that.
Yeah.
And you just die if you get seen in a lot of them.
Yeah, but I think it's cool. What do you guys see? Do you guys like the whole idea of Hellblade possibly having permadeath? Because it hasn't been confirmed. Like a lot of people don't know because like I said, a lot of people come up and said like I've died 50 times in my gameplay. I feel like it's there, but like you said, it's sessional. So like if you for this section of the game, let's say has like a 30 death cap, and then when you get to the next bit of the game, it like kind of drops it down. It's like okay, you'll reset your death down to 1. I feel like that might be a way of doing it. Oh, sorry, I've dropped something. But what do you guys think about it?
I'm not a big fan of permadeath in general.
Oh, understandably,
as you know.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, from the way that the creators of Hellblade have been looking at it, it seems like that they're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
And that it's there, it's implemented, which kind of did make me hesitate to get the game initially. Yeah. But if it's in a way where it's not immediately there in your face, then but it's kind of like it's a constant threat, but because the game isn't that difficult unless you make it difficult.
Like I said, we haven't played a lot of it. I've played an hour.
It's a bit hard to judge if you've only played an hour.
Yeah,
but,
that's the thing, yeah.
From I want to say from what we've played, it doesn't look too difficult, but yeah, we've only played an hour or so.
Yeah,
but,
and a lot of people have said that Hellblade does get very hard as it goes along.
It's hard to comment just having not played. I think if they do it, I hope they do it well because I mean we were talking about this, which could be a good potential segue, but I hope it's not just near the end. It suddenly gets incorporated. Like near the end, it could got your arm a bit quicker, or you can only die during the end.
Yeah.
What I was going to say as an example was in Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
Our man David Cage said you could die throughout the game during gameplay. You can die in the last gameplay segment.
Yeah.
In the last quick time segment, and that's it.
Yeah. This whole permadeath thing is pretty cool. I think it's cool. I think it adds more urgency to whatever can make a game a bit more immersive immediately. I think is really good. But yes, segue. A trailer for the movie Flatliners just came out. For anyone who doesn't know what Flatliners is, which I assume might be a lot of people because I didn't know about it until 10 minutes ago. It's a sci-fi psychological horror movie. What we got? It has Ellen Page, the guy who played fucking who was the guy from Rogue One?
Which one?
The cool one.
The one
Cassian Andor. It has Cassian Andor in it from Rogue One, who's like the main the main co-star with Felicia.
The male lead,
Yeah, male lead, yeah. And it's got a few other actors, more or less pretty attractive people in it.
Yeah.
The whole idea of this movie is these scientists at this university figure out a way essentially to kill themselves and come back from the dead. But
describe kills themselves.
as in like they like in the trailer, like they go into a machine and it stops their heart rate and
they go into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, cardiac arrest. That's more like it actually. And they figure out that to figure out what happens after you die, they have to die and come back, and then a bunch of shenanigans, and then it starts turning out really well, but in horror fashion it goes bad. But the trailer actually looked really cool. It looked cool in a way that I can see the potential, but it could fuck up real hard. Like the fact that all the actors are like all young, attractive people, and like it looked at bits. I'm like, this looks like it could be a really generic horror. Like but at the same time, it looks interesting. Like, what do you guys think of Flatliners?
It looked really interesting until they started. I don't know what the word, like how to describe it, but maybe make it so it was like a party, kind of like in a way
I know
that.
what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Like I referenced, or I compared it to Perks of a Wallflower in a way that it was very much like, I don't know, a standard thinky kind of movie, but then it has a lot of kind of angst and just celebration.
Yeah.
And just kind of a bit weird.
Teeny.
Yeah.
I did pick up on that, and I was like, that.
I don't know.
That's another thing where I'm like, this could fuck up real bad.
I don't know if that's necessary or if it's unnecessary.
That's one thing they borrow from horror a bit too much. Like, I feel like you could just have normal characters.
Yeah.
But they do feel a bunch like of just not angsty, but just teenagers who will like somehow figure this shit. But at the same time, I can see the potential for story. What do you think about it, Eric?
So I'm starting to wonder if that was just a bad trailer because you know when you're both calling it a horror movie, I don't really get that vibe. Like obviously it ends in horror, and maybe that's supposed to be the point of the trailer is look at this
cool
horror movie. Oh no, it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
And I would actually like it to be a horror movie because, as we were talking about before, certain films and other media try to tackle what is after death in this way, in their own sort of vision. They don't usually, in my opinion, they don't usually get it right.
Yeah,
Something like Chappie or just even going back to like Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, no.
And it can come across as just a bit preachy, or they'll try and tackle religious ideologies and they just won't do a good job of it.
Yeah.
But, if it's a horror movie, it could be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think we'll just have to wait and see. It'd be good to know who's directing it and who's producing it.
I'll have a quick IMDb, but also
because if it's someone we know is good, that'd make me
it is a remake of a
1990
film directed by Joel Schumacher. So it does say a lot. Yes. There is some cool imagery in the trailer though. Like there was there's one shot where like it's the first shot in the trailer where it's like hinting at things being not. It's like it's not just all fun and games. And it's that shot where it's like, where like Ellen Page is like, is that all fun? And then it goes to the shot of this dude opening up, and there's like a baby crying. There's this dude opening up like this little cabinet, and like there's just this sheet, but there's like movement underneath this little sheet. That was really cool imagery. I'm like, that's actually kind of cool. Who is directing it? Okay, I don't know who it is, but there's a guy called Niels Arden Oplev. What else has this guy done? Filmography. Director. Well, he's done like 21 films. That could be a thing. He did an episode of Mr. Robot.
Oh, okay. An episode, though.
Yeah, it's pretty... He's on, like, Under the Dome. It's pretty different directing TV and movies, though.
Walking, Dead Man Dead. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen any of it. Girl, he did... He messed the British Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
2009, so that would be the...
Yeah.
It's Swedish, isn't
Swedish,
it?
yes. So, because the American one was done by David Fincher, yeah. Like I said, not much that we've seen.
Although, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, that's not bad.
Yeah, but apparently those ones are really good as well, so...
I've seen bits of it. It looks really interesting.
Yeah. I've only seen the David Fincher Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It was really good. But anyway, yeah, so that's Flatliners. I'm excited, but in a way, like, I'm interested. Like, I want to see it. Are you guys keen for it, or nah?
I wouldn't be I would be down to just go to see it and just see how it is.
I kind of hope it's like a smart horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, not just, it's scary now. It's like, no, if it's going to go for, like, actual psychological horror, I want it to be horror that makes me think about it.
Is it called a horror movie in front of you? Are they citing it as one?
The genre is...
Psychological.
Sci-fi
psychological horror. I've got it notes up, yeah.
I think I'll just wait for the reviews, because if it does review badly, I enjoy a bad film, but I think if this one's bad,
I wouldn't
it
pay
just won't
to
be
go
worth
see
the
it.
time.
I'm like, even though I've heard Dark Tower is not very good, I'm still going to go see that in cinemas, because I was really excited for that. We should probably do a podcast on that as well, Dark Tower. But yeah, there's that. I've got some other news things, but something else just came to my mind, which I actually really want to talk about, is Shadow of Mordor's microtransactions.
Oh, God, I think you're going to bring them up.
Yeah, so it's been making... That's all much like Hellblade's Permadeath. It has been making the rounds on all, like, gaming social media.
But not in a,
not in a good way.
Not in a mix, this could be good or bad.
No,
it's bad.
This is bad.
Yes.
Right? So, to describe what Hellblade, Shadow of Mordor's microtransactions is. So, there's a mode in Shadow of Mordor, which is, can't remember, it's not called Nemesis. I can't remember what the mode's called.
The Nemesis. What you mean? The
No,
Nemesis system?
no, it's not called the Nemesis system. It's called something else. There's a mode in this, and it's much like Metal Gear Solid 5's Phantom Pain's bases.
Okay.
So where you have your castles, you put your leaders in them in this game, but there's a mode where you can turn that. Turns out you turn this mode on, and it opens those up to other players, and they can invade your forts and your castles, and take out your leaders. But you can also go and invade other people's, like MGS5. You had your mother base.
Yes.
And you could go invade other people's mother bases, and they could take shit from you, but you could stop them. This one, I don't think you can stop them. I think it's up to your soldiers.
Okay.
So that's a cool out. Like, I'm not going to use that game mode. I don't like them that much because I'm just like, I don't play these games to do that. I play them to enjoy the story.
I'll get into that. Yeah. Yeah. Like my thoughts on that.
But Shadow Mordor's now got microtransactions, and these microtransactions are related to this game mode. So you can spend in-game money for these things to get like better armor, better traps for your castles, better.
So is this So this mode, can it affect your single player?
I don't think so. I think you can turn it off.
I think it's like a standard
Yeah.
multiplayer.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's like Phantom Pain, you turn it off. So you can be
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be invaded, so you turn it
So
off.
you can have the option to have it affect your single player, or you can just ignore it
Yeah,
completely.
yeah, so that's good. But so all the stuff you can get with in-game money, but they've added the option to pay for it with real money. Let it be also known that this is a Warner Brothers studio game.
I think I would call it like the worst publisher, one
Yeah.
of, if not the worst publisher active today.
Yeah,
A few episodes ago.
it's not good, and so the whole thing is that you can, and there's a lot you can get experience for your generals. You can pay for them to level up and like get them better gear. You can upgrade anything that you can get. You can pay money for, and no one is happy about this and for good reason. I don't think it's a good. I'm not going to touch this mode, especially now because it's got microtransactions. on it.
I'm just not.
It's not worth the suffering and all that. But it's really bad, the fact that like you can just essentially pay for anything in this game and be like, oh look, I just got this cool leader. Spend $5. He's now really powerful and can't be killed. Like anyone who wanted to play this mode now has to be like, I could spend all the time in the world getting all my awesome shit, and someone else will be like, I just dropped $50 in the game, and now I'm like unbeatable.
Do you want me to give a quick rundown to why microtransactions are so bad in single player games?
Yes.
For a very explicit point. I'll try and do some quick fire points.
Yeah.
So actually, we'll go to him. We'll go to Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I won't play this because Metal Gear Solid's forward operating base was a great idea.
Yeah.
That turned into a complete fucking shit show.
It did. It was
I'm
real bad.
terrified to play Metal Gear Solid 5 again to think of all the updates it has to do.
Oh yeah.
It got so just filled with crap.
Yeah.
It was an absolute mess. Insurance for the base, paid with real money.
Yeah, no.
What a mess. Konami. I don't think Warner Brothers was as bad as Konami.
Oh no way now.
But
Still
they
bad.
could still make this mode a crap show.
Yeah, it will probably.
But the thing with microtransactions in single player games is a lot of people say it doesn't affect the experience. But if it's integrated into the game as a feature, it does.
Yeah, no.
If it's part of it, it does.
Yeah, and that's...
they say it doesn't affect it.
Yeah.
We don't know that. We don't have to believe that.
Exactly.
They say you don't have to buy the transactions.
Yeah.
They want your money.
Yeah.
Of course.
So naturally what they do with a lot of games I do is they'll make progression for getting it in-game a lot harder. So it's like Overwatch. Oh, actually Overwatch is not bad. Hearthstone. Actually, I'll do Hearthstone instead. Hearthstone, for everyone who doesn't know, everyone knows what Hearthstone is, but for anyone who doesn't know what it is, it's a trading card game that you play that Blizzard made. It's a digital game. I love Hearthstone. I think it's a lot of fun. There's a massive fucking issue with it, and I hate it. It's pay to win as shit. Because at the moment, there's been all these expansions and all this stuff, and they want you to spend money. It's a free game. So they want you to spend money on the game. It's a bit different to Shadow Mordor. Shadow Mordor is not free. It's a $100 game. Or $60
in
if you're in
Australia.
America. Yeah, $60 in America. But Hearthstone's they want you to buy cards, because if you cannot beat people who've got extra cards with the base cards. You just can't do it. Unless you get really good hands. But that's, again, chance. So they want you to spend your money to get these cards right. But not everyone wants to, so they've added in options to get it. The options to get cards in this, essentially each card costs 100 coins, and the only way to get coins is to win 3 games in a row. You get 10 coins if you do that, or complete quests. These quests are daily, and if you keep playing, you'll get, alright, I'll do my one quest. I just got 40 coins that day. So all you can now do is just keep playing over and over and over again. If you win constantly, to then get your 10 coins per 3 wins and stuff. So then in the time you could spend 4 hours and probably only open about 4 packs of cards, or drop $20 and get like 15 packs and stuff. And obviously, because a lot of people want to progress fast because of the ranked mode and all that shit, they spend a lot of money on packs. And I bought packs in Hearthstone as well. And you've bought packs as well, Danny. Like, because it's kind of just like you have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not gonna beat people because everyone has all these cards. Like recently a new booster pack came out for the game, and the big issue with that is not issue. I had a few packs which I earned from like an event. I was opening them, and one of my other friends was online. And if you ever get a legendary card, it comes up on your other friends like, oh, your friend got this. This person must have bought a fuck ton of packs because every 2 minutes a new legendary came up on their thing. I was like, well then, like clearly you've spent $100 and got like 70 packs of cards.
Yeah, because you can spend up to like at least in Australian dollars $130
to get like
for about 70 packs.
Yeah, and you'd be pretty set, I assume, after unless you got like, I assume you could make some swifty decks off that. But that tangent aside, my whole point is like, it's this shit can get pay to win so easily.
One of the problems is maybe not with Hearthstone, but with something like Shadow Mortar single player games, or even I guess multiplayer, where you can play to unlock better items. It doesn't it may make it a bit unfair, but it's not game breaking.
Yeah.
We want our games accessible. We want everyone to do it.
Yeah.
And I doubt that they've got the developer or the publishers.
Yeah.
Have got accessibility in mind, and they'd probably claim, well, for those that don't have enough time, those are working, those who have to look after kids.
Yeah, like you could play devil.
It sucks to say.
Yeah.
But the fact is, it's not worth it for the other people.
Yeah.
It's just too bad for them. There are smaller, there are indie games. There's a lot of quality without it.
Like I'll play devil's advocate for a bit. Like you said, it could be for like it.
Yeah.
You could say it's for those people who don't have the time to drop 100 hours into a game. And I'm assuming Shadow Mortal's not that big. It's probably like a 50-hour game, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, that is still quite a bit. If you're busy,
if you're like working a 9 to 5 and you've got kids to look after and shit, you probably only have like a couple hours each day.
So, I mean, at best, a couple hours a week. Yeah.
That's not even including what if you have to go out? What if your wife or husband wants to do something, or your significant other, they want to be like, oh, we should go out. So then that's time that you won't be playing a game. No, I'm not saying playing games is more important. I'm saying that's how that the time people who are very busy, or even people say cops or shit who are have very on and off schedules, or FIFO people as well. They don't have the time to be like, oh, cool, I want to play this game, but I don't have like people who like playing games. We don't have the 5 to 10 6 hours a day we could do. Even then, we don't even have a lot of time to sink into games. If we're all on holidays, we're like, oh, cool, we can do but at uni we're like, oh, I'll play a couple hours of this and then I'll fucking gotta go to bed because I got an 8 o'clock in the next day or shit like that. So I could see the reason why you'd want Overwatch does kind of well with the whole all the shit that you can get is cosmetic, no game changer at all.
Although I mean, there's only cosmetic unlocks in the game, isn't there?
For Shadow Mortal?
For Overwatch, isn't
there?
Yeah,
only cosmetics. And
you can make the argument that it does that is just as bad because if you're just trying to get cosmetic unlocks as nothing else.
Oh yeah.
It is still kind of bad.
It's definitely not good. Yeah, but it's better than Shadow Mortar and MGS5 and other games like that where it's pay to win and shit.
Yeah.
So it's even in Overwatch, for those people who can't play Overwatch every single day and it takes them a while to level up and all that shit, they can be like, oh, even though it's a bit gambly because you don't know what you're getting, you should be like, oh, just drop $20, get a bunch of loot boxes, and I could get some cool shit out of that. Probably won't because it's fucking random, but that aside, it's that makes sense. But again, for Shadow Mortal, it's if there are people who want to genuinely take this mode seriously and be like, hey, I want to play this base invading mode, so all of a sudden it's doing I'm just gonna do this and upgrade my fortress to me and what would it take someone a good 10 hours maybe to get? They just get it by dropping $10 on it. That's not good.
You could say it is, I guess, just pointless because obviously, as you said, it does. They probably would make it harder to get other stuff.
Yeah.
People so I don't believe that they've actually done this for accessibility. For people
they're done for money.
It's for money, so they'll claim it. But people who are in this situation who don't have the time. They probably wouldn't want to play it anyway.
Yeah,
and by what I mean is, for example, I didn't put that very well. Dead Space 3, when EA designed it, they said, we're making it so mobile games, mobile gamers like it. It's got all this mobile game crap in it.
Yeah.
It's like Gears of War, it's action-y. People that like Gears of War or mobile games, they're not going to play Dead Space because they're not interested in it. They have Gears of War, they have games more similar. Mobile gamers have, thousands of mobile games.
Exactly, no, man.
What if, the people that don't have a lot of time to do this, they may not necessarily have the money either.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
Not all jobs
pay that well.
Pay 9 to 5 and pay well.
Yeah.
Some of them may only pay like half what another job would be. So they may not necessarily, be able to buy it or keep up to speed.
Yeah.
Even though they don't have the time.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I don't know if the case is for everyone, but university students, for example.
Yeah, we don't have the fucking money / time.
All the time.
Or high school students.
Exactly. Like
high school students, they may only just started working.
Yeah.
But they're still teenagers, so they're getting the base rate.
Yeah.
Which is probably not a lot.
Even then, like, I remember I didn't, when I was in high school, I wasn't working, obviously. I was just living off what my parents gave me. And I only got $40 a fortnight.
Mm.
And that was just, like, food or, like... So if I wanted games, I'd have to save up. Like, I'd have to plan, like, months in advance. Like, I gotta, like... Oh, Devil May Cry HD Collection comes out in August. What month? It's March. Alright, I gotta save a bunch of money before August so I can buy Devil May Cry. Like shit like that. And, like, I think all the DLC I missed out on, because I couldn't... Like, $15 for a little bit of a game was not... Like, I couldn't justify it. I was like, can't afford that. Like... Shit. So, like, I assume there's a lot of other high school students who go through that as well. Like, oh, parents didn't give me $50 a month or something.
Sometimes they don't even do that.
Yeah, so some parents like, you just get the money whatever we give you at whatever time. Like, that's what your parents were like. They were like, weren't they? They were like, oh.
Well, it was more just like if I needed money for like transport and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, there's all that. So what do you think about the whole microtransactions thing, Danny? For Shadow of Mordor?
For Shadow of Mordor, I think it's ridiculous.
It's bad, yeah.
The first game didn't have it.
Didn't need it.
The first game didn't need it.
Yeah.
The only reason it had you paid for the game is to get DLC, which is okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
DLC is a thing now.
It adds on to it.
Yeah, but microtransaction for a multiplayer mode just to try and speed up the process of something that is such a minuscule part of the game that I don't think a lot of people would play unless I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It sounded like a cool mode, but again, because of the microtransactions,
it's to the point where like they're just there's next to no benefits for it.
Yeah.
Like it's so just worthless.
And the good thing is we don't have to partake in this mode as well. You can, I'm pretty sure to my extent, you can just be like, like MGS, go to the options, like turn off base invasion.
But that's still, that still affected the base game as well. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't, I guess, terribly, but it still did affect it.
Yeah. So there's that. It also goes to speak about how DLC is now these days.
I can't remember the last piece of DLC I bought.
It's all about getting quick money. And it's very mobile gamey now. Like every DLC used to be great.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm like back in, I don't want to say like an old guy, back in the day, DLC was fucking awesome. Like you'd finish a game, then maybe a couple months later,
your favorite game.
You'd be like, oh, drop $10 into this. We're gonna add like another like 5-6 hour long mini campaign. Like Gears of War 3 did it really well with Ram's Shadow.
Didn't play that one.
You get to play as fucking Ram, and like it's a 6 hour long campaign where it's like a whole side story about Ram and all that, and like Borderlands did it pretty well for the most part. There were a few exceptions that were Borderlands.
You know how much I hate Mad Moxies. What a waste of time.
But Torg's Arena was really good though.
Was really fun.
But that, like there was so many times like Secret Army of General Knox and all that, and like even other games that did DLC, like Shadow of Mordor does DLC really well. Dishonored did DLC really well as well.
I didn't play Shadow of Mordor's DLC. I need to because I guess going back to Warner Brothers is a lot of. We should play the whole episode on this. So but you see a lot of. One thing that happens with games is they get accused of cutting content out for DLC.
Yeah.
Have we talked about this in the podcast before?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
But me and you have talked about it. I'm talking about you as well, Dan.
Yeah, they get accused of it, and the fact is, it's the same with, buying reviews. It's just, it's not true.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers may be one of the only companies that does actually cut content out of their games.
Sega as well.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Total... Well, now I'm a big fan of it. Shout out to Sean, who got me to Total War. But Total War I'm now a really big fan of. And as much as I really like... Even like the newer, I play a lot of Total Warhammer. I love the game, but on release, they took out one of the races and locked it out as DLC, or you get it if you pre-order. A race before the pre-order stuff came out, they said was going to be in the game at launch, so I was like, alright, cool. They took blood out of the game and they added on later as paid DLC.
That's really bad,
and a lot of people were like, well, they're going to add races later. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm more than happy to pay like $10 for another race. I'm not happy with a race that was meant to be in a game being taken out, and then I either have to pre-order or pay more to play something that was meant to be in the game.
Because it's often just people working on it will finish early and they'll just have nothing to do. They still need to get the paychecks or work on something else. But, you know, a lot of stuff cutting out of, I believe, the Batman games by Warner Brothers, as good as they are,
there's shit missing.
May have been cut out. And plus, let's be fair, like, a lot of that stuff's pretty worthless.
Oh, yeah.
It's, you know, like hour-long missions, overpriced.
Yeah, no.
You know, I love the Batman games, but they have some pretty awful DLC.
No, they too.
Some are just like
they have very junk foody DLC.
Yeah. And that's again, Shadow Mortal is Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers DLC plan, again, it's not good.
Warner Brothers are very sneaky.
Yeah.
They don't do anything major, like they're discreet.
I think the only games where they do DLC, excluding the pricing I don't agree with, DLC for the only games where they handle the DLC really well is Mortal Kombat and Injustice. Because at least what you're getting is characters, and in a fighting game, a character can change.
I don't know about that though, because what was it? The Mortal Kombat X.
Oh, excluding
had 2 passes. Yeah,
that's true. That thing, excluding the pricing of them, like the content they give is fine. The pricing is ridiculous. They charge way too much.
I think that's just the mess of just having 2, you know, season passes is a bit ridiculous.
And then MKXL came out and it was like $100 again. And I'm like,
yeah,
what? Like when that? Well, not $100 now. If it went to eBay, it'd be cheaper.
Oh, it's like $30 now.
Yeah, but when it came out, I was like, yeah, I'd get Mortal Kombat X. $100. I've already bought the game. What the fuck? Like, it's not a new game. But anyway, that's that. So yeah, we can all agree that Shadow of Mordor news is pretty bullshit. And, like,
it's not as bad as what was it, Mass Effect 3 in the pre-order. I'm glad we got the special editions.
Because we all got the special.
I think that has yet to be topped.
Yeah, that was really.
That's awful. Yeah, the whole Javik mission now.
The last thing is a bit of movie news. Oh, we've already talked about some movie. Photos. I think dress photos essentially came out. For Cable and what he's gonna look like in Deadpool 2. Have you seen them, Dane? Have you seen the photos?
I've seen.
They're like costume
How
photos.
many are there? Is it just?
It's just. I think it's
like
two.
A couple.
It's got a close up of. It's also Josh Brolin playing. Cable.
Yeah.
It's got a close up of him. He's like doing like a shh with his hand, and he's got another one where he's just standing.
Oh, he's got a gun, doesn't he?
Gun.
Yeah, I've seen both. Yeah. Of them, yes.
What do you guys think of it? Like, what do you think of what Cable?
He looks really cool.
I really like it too. Do you like it?
He looks a bit. I don't know, like how he'd fit in a movie. It's more just like we'll wait and see. Cause it does seem like a test.
Yeah.
Like I'm indifferent about it, to be honest.
I think, a lot of people, because in the photo he looks kind of gaunty, like his face looks very slim.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like,
they want Cable to be more buff.
Yeah. And then a lot of people, but let's not forget, Josh Brolin is a pretty buff dude. Like he bulked up for Avengers to play Thanos. And if you've seen pictures of him, like in the most recent Comic-Con, he's there, and I'm pretty sure he's the biggest person there. He's bigger than Chris Hemsworth and all that.
I think it's just, you know, there's all this hype around Cable. They want him to have an unrealistic... You know, it sounds almost like funny saying that. They've got unrealistic body standards for him.
Oh, yeah, like, in terms of what Cable looks like, this is probably the best we can get, because if you look at Cable in the comics, he's ridiculous. Like, he's, like, I know, like you said, unrealistic proportions, but Cable is really...
It's not something, you know, men... It's not usually an issue for men to say that,
like,
it is in this case.
Like, it's like the Todd McFarlane art. Like, of Spawn and Spider-Man and all that, or it's like, you can't get that, or the guy who did some of the newer Captain Americas and some of the new Supermans, the guy who, like, his joke was, like, he made his character so buff that the male character looked like they had boobs.
Yeah.
They had, like, the really big chests, and it's just like, like, that type of shit, so it's like, you can't get that in real life.
Or if you can, like, it'd just be impractical.
It looks stupid, so I think it looks kind of cool. There's also, I don't know if it's a fan-made poster, but, there's a poster that came out, and I think it is a real poster, but a poster came out. So I've talked to you about this, Danny. You guys know about Ryan Reynolds' movie Buried?
No, I don't.
Oh, so Ryan Reynolds was in a movie called Buried, which essentially was the whole thing. He is buried underground, and he's got to get out. The whole movie is underground with him. So they released a poster. Either it's fan made, if it is, good job, but it's a legit poster. The whole poster is this got Deadpool in a coffin underground with like a tablet, just all this shit, looking at stuff, and he's just there relaxing. It's got the feet of Cable above ground, so yeah, and it's got like a bit of like references in the dirt where he's been buried and all that shit. No. It looks pretty cool. There's that. So yeah, so you guys like the look of Cable at the moment?
I like him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
All right, cool. So I think that's all the news we've got. Oh yes, all right. So we'll move on to the TV shows segment. So at the moment, we're both watching. All of us are watching Game of Thrones and Rick and Morty. We'll go with light content first. So Rick and Morty.
Yep.
So we haven't talked about all the new episodes.
So we've got 2 to talk about.
2 and 3,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll just
summarize.
Episode 2 was the Mad Max episode, I
Yep.
believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we
Episode 3 is Pickle Rick, yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, Pickle Rick. We'll talk about the Mad Max episode first. Was it like I forgot what it was called. It was like a movie night. The episode had like a movie name to it. I can't remember what it was called. It was like it was Rick something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that episode?
That's good, yeah.
It was a good introduction, I guess, back into it, even though it's kind of like season 3. Is this season 3? Yeah.
Yep.
Season 3's already kind of been back for like the past 3 months, but it's like a proper
return.
Yeah.
It's like this is the first new episode because the first episode of season 3 was a wrap up of the conclusion of like the arc that season 2 left a cliffhanger to.
I guess like yeah. I kind of feel like that. I mean, it is a part of season 3, but I feel like that could have.
That's
been
more.
its
Yeah,
own
it's kind of the end.
episode.
It's the end of season 2, really.
Yeah. It could have been its own episode, but yeah.
So this is like pseudo the first episode of season 3.
Mm.
I liked it a lot. I think it was fun. It had everything I like about Rick and Morty. Where it's really funny and entertaining, but it has a lot of like not heart, but like relevant family drama shit to it. How it's like
seriousness to it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Morty trying to deal with the fact that his dad's like all like being really wussy and like all that shit about the
Yeah.
divorce and like Summer dealing with the fact that her parents are actually splitting up and all that shit with the guy who's the masked guy that she hooks up with.
Oh,
I can't remember. He's voiced by what's his name? Jeff Winger. What's his name? John McHale. Yeah, he's voiced by John
Oh
McHale,
yeah, shit! I didn't place that when I was listening to it or watching it. That was a good episode. I love the ending where like they're like, "Don't worry, Summer, we'll stay. It's fine." 1 week later, it's just like
Yeah.
her and that character just getting into a massive argument, and it was like, "Oh, that's funny." Yeah, it was a good episode. Do you guys thought it was a good?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. It was a good episode.
That's good. All right, so the next episode, which I think is a lot better, like episode 3 was fucking rad, is the Pickle Rick episode. So we'll just be a rundown. We'll probably spoil a bit of it just because fuck it. You can't watch Rick and
Rick
Morty.
turns himself into a pickle.
Yeah, he turns himself into a pickle again. The whole setup of this episode is that everyone, excluding Jerry, they're going to therapy, to deal with like to make the family better because they all kind of admitted their family's fucked up. So
Rick can't go because he's a pickle.
yes, so while they're all at therapy, Rick gets blown into like a drain essentially as
Yeah.
a pickle, and madness ensues where he turns himself into like pickle Iron Man essentially.
By grabbing like the limbs of a rat, the
Yeah.
brain of a cockroach, and like
It was
it's so weird.
So did you guys like the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was good.
Really good. I love.
Yeah.
It was one again, like I said with the second episode. It did like hilariosity really well, but it was like really serious at the same time. Like it was
Yeah.
a family drama.
I'm still waiting for like this season's really, really strong, serious, funny episode, yeah.
Like the Unity episode in season
Yeah,
2.
like that, yeah.
Have you seen all the articles and like the
Yeah.
discussion about how it's like, oh, will Rick and Morty survive? As in like because
Will the
'cause-
show survive?
yeah, like not the characters, the show, because the topic was, or the title essentially is like, Pickle Rick was not the main focus.
Yeah, it was the subplot.
It was-
And it is,
it was
yeah.
the
It's
main-
the
the main-
subplot.
The main focus is the family, and
Yeah.
then people were saying that like it shouldn't be in there,
Yeah.
and yet it's been like that, not in the forefront, but it's kind of been serious on and off for the past 3 seasons.
Well, every episode's had very family drama undertones. Like every episode,
Yeah.
It's at least had it to an extent. Like some, it's a lot stronger than others.
you know the vision. What is like the
Oh,
episode
yeah,
where
where the alternate reality, where
the
they get
VR, yeah,
where
VR
what's
goggles.
it? No, VR,
Oh,
the cable,
Yeah.
interdimensional cable. That's it.
Yeah.
It's in that, yeah.
Yeah.
and they put the goggles on, and then it finds out that that
What happened-
Beth is a human surgeon, Jerry's an
An actor.
actor,
Yeah.
and then of course
Yeah,
there's
like,
Summer's
Summer.
not born, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all really enjoy life, and then they realize like their lives are miserable and like
But then they
without each
realized
other,
at
yeah.
the end, like that they still go together in the end,
Yeah.
even though in their alternate lives.
yeah. And that episode is really like that was one. That's one of, like that's one of the strong endings to an episode.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you're like, holy shit, the family.
I'm
Like,
still waiting for one of those, yeah.
yeah. This had that to an extent, but like Like, and let me know this article Danny's referring to is a GameSpot article.
No, there's not. It wasn't just
Yeah,
GameSpot.
I know
there's
there's
a couple.
no,
of
yeah,
them.
I know, but like I'm saying that is because GameSpot articles are up there in terms of Kotaku levels of really bad.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Their articles are really
I
bad.
don't know about
I know you like Kotaku, but you admit this.
I respect Kotaku, but like they've got a few writers there that just
They're
write some
fucking
interesting
They're
stuff.
weird. They
Yeah.
write about whatever.
Yeah, and they're very just one. I remember one of them, and I remember I live in a house with 2 diehard Kingdom Hearts fans, and one of the Kotaku articles, a bit of a tangent. One of the Kotaku articles was Kingdom Hearts 3 needs to dumb it down for everyone else, not just for Kingdom Hearts fans. They were infuriated. They both saw the article.
I think their problem is, they call themselves a news site, but they promote strong opinions
Yeah.
as much as news.
Yeah.
And because of that, it makes it quite confusing.
Yeah, and they had like a whole thing where it was just like Kingdom Hearts 3. The Kingdom Hearts series is known for being dumb, so they need to like not dumb, like over convoluted and like we all know that. I know you guys haven't played any of them.
Yeah.
They're very. It's one of the most convoluted game plots in the history of ever.
This is one of the worst named series ever.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah. But like this whole article was like they need to dumb it down, like so it's more accessible. Like it doesn't matter what the fans want. It's been a long time. It's like I think this writer's forgotten how much love Kingdom Hearts has and how big it is, and like there was all this shit. I remember like my stepdad and my sister were like they both read it and they were both like furious. Like they're like, but also at the same time, Kingdom Hearts fans are the most easily irritated people and the most. If you criticize Kingdom Hearts,
You better say Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. If you do criticize Kingdom Hearts, they will be the first to fucking slit your throat and kill you on the spot. They can't handle criticism of that franchise. But at the same time, yeah, Kotaku a bunch of fucking idiots. But anyway, so there's all that. That episode of Rick
You
and
better
Morty.
say Game of Thrones again.
I'm getting excited.
That's a nice segue again.
Yeah. No, that episode of Rick and Morty was really good. I really liked it. I love the violence. This is a very violent
It is
season.
very. It's gotten quite violent.
And the Danny Trejo character.
I didn't. Yeah,
Jaguar.
yeah.
Probably my favorite Rick and Morty character. Just like, oh, it's so good. Yeah, this is ended up to be a good season of Rick and Morty so far. Alright, so Game of Thrones. So episode 4, we were a bit behind just because of how we scheduled this.
We'll get a bit closer since we're going to start filming on Thursdays.
Yes, we can catch the shit up on this. But anyway, last week episode 4 came out. I can't remember what it's called.
Spoils of War.
That's it. So in this episode, it's the follow up from the last episode. Essentially, it's like a lot of stuff happens. It's more like it's essentially.
Do we talk about Game of Thrones spoilers?
Actually, yeah, we can spoil because I just realized Game of Thrones.
We always do, don't we?
Right, so
Yeah.
again, spoiler alert. How much Game of Thrones? Fuck off. Plates. No, it's alright. Anyway, so this episode, let's just talk about the most important thing: a dragon attack.
Yep.
We got a dragon attack.
John saw some funny drawings.
Yeah, just
That he probably drew himself.
Yeah.
I love that meme. Like we all said it like it was funny. Like we watched it with a bunch of our friends, and one of our friends was like, "Would it be funny if like just like it?" And then Jonathan was like, "Ting ting ting ting."
That's
ting,
all I
ting,
can
ting,
think is like they're so convenient.
Yeah, and then like a lot of you know what, it would be a cool plot point if it was actually he etched him in. Like he's like, "Fuck, like I know how to do this."
Well, because he's like what? He's a prisoner on the island. He's got nothing else to do.
Yeah, and then also like there's that's sort of another meme where it was like, Jon Snow. Oh, Daenerys will go show something. It's that, and then someone used like MS Paint, and it just drew like stick figures of Jon banging Daenerys.
Yeah, I
and it's
saw
just
that.
like. I was like, oh, I love them. And then your dad was like, your dad was like, I have an idea for a meme. And we're like, everyone's got an idea for a meme.
The same meme.
And the bend the knee memes as well.
Oh, I love them. Yeah,
we're gonna start this from turning into a meme discussion. I was gonna be here for like hours. But no, really, really good episode. Like I really like.
I was expecting it to just be that slow in the middle episode. It's the shortest one of the season.
Yeah, and then
was not at all.
Next minute it was like,
fantastic.
Oh, do you want another battle? Hell yeah! Oh, we heard you were complaining about the last battle being a bit of a montage.
Here's the most people on fire on screen at once.
Oh Jesus!
Did you see the behind the scenes video for that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude.
It's about 16 minute video made by HBO.
Yeah.
And it's just a behind the scenes of how they made that entire battle scene.
Like
including maximum about 40 people were actually on fire.
Yeah, it's
like,
a world
with all
record,
the with the explosions.
And then also
like,
done like the theatrics. So like it was really funny like watching the behind the scenes. The director in all the behind the scenes had a massive like not like forced smile. He had a massive smile on his face the entire time, just like holy shit, I got to direct this episode and like
Yeah.
set people on fire. They did like that massive glory shot of the dragon coming through, lighting that massive. The first stretch of fire it lights up has that really wide shot where it's like. Doof, doof, doof. That was like all of that except for the top part where the dragon is obviously that CGI. All that fire was legit.
That's cool.
That like a Vietnam film explosion. Like they did that stuff. It was like, and all the people they set on fire. Like,
They they planned it so they're like, all right, we'll count to 12, and then out, and so they had people like setting like fire extinguishers.
Yeah. And also, it's just in terms of just theatrically, it's a well designed action.
It was
scene.
really good. Yeah.
Like
Also, did you see the dragons? It looked like the dragon's wing clips through when it's going over the lake. Did you see its wing go through the bushes?
Yeah.
It doesn't
No,
look
I
like that was
didn't.
finished.
Yeah.
Because when it's over the lake, there's this tree on the side. And its wing goes through it, but it doesn't look quite
it
right.
clips it. Yeah.
Like it just goes through it. The tree doesn't move at all.
Oh yeah, so it clips it. Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to be going so quickly.
No, that's probably just an animation. Any movie with animation, if you actually look, especially if you study animation, like you've done a lot of it, if you look for it, you can spot heaps. Like if you know what to look for. Like I remember, was that film watching? I think we're watching it with your parents. I think, and I was like, oh, pause it, and I rewind. It was Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Oh, it wasn't with you. It was with Chris. And on the Two Towers, when Gandalf is fighting the Balrog and falling down, on the last shot when they're just about to hit the water, like there's like where it's following them down. If you pause it at the perfect moment, there's a massive patch of water that's untextured.
Yeah.
It's like there's like
it's
a
completely
blodge,
blank.
and a lot of people think that's a rock, but like it's like if you pause it on the right second, it's like a massive thing, and then you wait, it goes back to being water. I'm like, oh my god, there's an animation glitch.
Yeah,
I'd
say there probably was one. Yeah, the tree probably should have moved a bit.
Oh yeah, no, they're in everything. But like, there's so many fronts to this battle. Like,
I think I try to hint at this to you sometime, but the best thing is you don't know whose side you're on.
Yeah, no, and you're just like, fuck.
Because like when Bron's trying to shoot down dragons, like I really like Bron.
Yeah,
but I like the dragon. But Daenerys is okay as well.
Yeah, and then like when Jaime's going to try and kill Daenerys, I'm like, no.
Because he's your favorite character.
Yeah, Jaime's my favorite character. I'm like, no, and then he falls into the water at the end. I'm like, well, Jaime's dead.
I wasn't huge on that because I guess we're in the last seasons, and because obviously Game of Thrones famous for killing off people, I was like, this could be Jaime's, and Bronn saves him very easily.
Yeah.
And the whole Jaime sinking into the river, I think it's supposed to be his armors weighing him down.
Yeah.
I said straight away, I would not be surprised if the next episode starts with him just like swimming out.
Yeah.
Because I reckon they did that for the sake of a cool shot.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
I was thinking something. I was like, logically, Jaime's dead now because you could not swim back up. And like,
it's leather, and he's got
full plate armor,
and a gold arm.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to swim properly with one arm.
Well, and even the way he's not even struggling, it looked like he's kind of unconscious.
He's just like, and you said when we were talking about Danny that Bronn could swim down and like cut his armor out, but it's like he'd probably drown by then. Like
I know the director said they did have it to be purposely ambiguous.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a good looking.
It would be really cool, and I'd hate it because again, Jaime's my favorite character. But again, we all have gone through that when, like we've said, I hate Game of Thrones because we've all lost a favorite character at one point, many times, depending on who you are. But like I'd be cool if like he like at the beginning of the episode like he's actually dead. They're like, no, he's dead. Like
I don't know if I don't think I'd like to see him go out that way.
Yeah, it would be a bit annoying, but it'd be because I've heard some people, and I think your parents brought this up, and I heard a lot of people say it's like it feels like the character killing edge of Game of Thrones is kind of gone at the moment because it's killed off minor characters like the Sand Snakes and the Dornish. And Olenna kinda but she's not like a big player.
We like her, but she's not particularly important.
Yeah, but all the big the big characters like before this they'd be like, oh, you really like this character? Poof, dead. Sorry, like fucking Oberyn, like he was getting really big.
But like we're not going to get any more Red Weddings, for example.
Oh no, they also don't think they have the time and stuff. It'd be
unless
dumb.
they do something with the White Walkers.
Yeah, that's
which is probably like later.
But it would be cool. Like it would be cool just for them to be like, no, like we can still kill characters.
Did you see the preview for next time?
No,
it's Daenerys with the dragon.
Yeah,
and she's asking the Lannister men to surrender.
Oh, okay.
Which could be very interesting with what happens because you don't see. There's no sign of Jaime, but it's like she's won. There are still soldiers alive that have surrendered to her.
Oh, sweet.
And I think she says something along the lines of, "You can join me if you want."
Yeah, that's really cool. Also, I know Danny, you're a big fan of Ridley Scott and all that, and you've watched a few of his big epic movies like Gladiator and all that shit. you could tell they did a lot of like derivatives from his type of epic battle scenes, because there's a lot of like the close up like single wound hits, and it's got like the really blurry but fast, but you can tell what's happening in footage, and like also the horse work they did in that episode was ridiculous. Good, yeah. Like those people were actually jumping on top of horses and then riding them while firing bows and arrows, and like it was really good. Like I just love that the attention to detail that they always had for Game of Thrones is still here. Like they're like, no, this isn't like, we're not going to try and fake this. We're going to try and do as much of this as we can without cheating. And I really like that. Like just their dedication to doing really good action scenes.
I'm trying to think what else was in this episode. Obviously, we had Arya returning to Winterfell.
Yeah,
which led to that great fight scene.
That was good. Yeah, I liked it.
That was really good.
I had an argument again with one. I get into a lot of arguments with people, but I had a debate about with your family, Danny. Shout out to Danny's family. They were like, I don't get how Arya could beat Brienne in a fight, and I was like, well, she's been training with the deadliest assassins on the planet, like in the entire world, who we've seen who are ridiculously good at fighting.
I've seen that as well, because I said she's obviously a lot better trained, but at the same time, like she's trained to fight like men. She's not trained to fight like fast little girls.
Yeah, and also like they're like, oh, but she's an assassin. They're not trained to kill. So like, yeah, I get that. But in this universe, they've established that these people, the faceless people, are essentially good at, if it's got something to do with killing, they're good at it. So
and that's the thing, though. They are just so different, because Arya's quite small. Like Brienne's, Brienne's massive.
Yeah, and she's got also the sleight of hand.
And she's got the plate armor. Yeah, so she's a lot bigger, and that's why she's slow.
And also Arya's got like the sleight of hand fighting. Like you see it in the fight where she like drop changes weapon in hands.
Yeah,
and like with that really cool knife flip she does, which like and then brings it out, and he's like, I love characters who can do that shit. But again, I liked that fight, and it's like it makes sense that like the two of them could match each other. Like,
I love the fact she's got the dagger as well. The Bran's just like I've got no use for it.
Well, yeah, I do. They did delve a bit more into Bran in this episode as well. With the whole.
I had someone point out like, Bran says to Arya, like, "Oh, you're going to go to King's Landing. I see you at the crossroads." Not creepy with Arya, but he's creepy with Sansa.
Yeah.
You just said something like, Sansa, I saw you leaving King's Landing or something.
Yeah. Oh man. But like, I do like how they delved a bit more into Bran in this episode. Though, like,
well, I keep forgetting because he, could be the most important character.
Oh, easy,
yeah. Like
he's no longer Bran.
Yeah, no, I do like that. I love that line where like Bruce is like, "You died in that cave," when she's talking to Bran. And
I thought that was that episode as well.
Yeah, and you're like, you know what? She's right. He did die in that cave, because this is not the same Bran. He's ridiculously different. Like
he's the three-eyed raven, which means he is now.
He's the seer of everything.
Can see everything. Yeah.
A collection of every single
ancient being
person ever inside this person that's called Bran.
Yeah, he's essentially the man in the tree now.
Yeah,
but he can
we can't move.
Not really.
He can be wheeled around.
But
he's in a wheelchair as well.
I really like that. I like the Sansa and Arya dialogue exchange. That was really cool. I like how they weren't immediately like, "Oh, run and hug."
Because they didn't really like each other that much.
But I like it. You can clearly tell it's like it's a good testament to good acting as well. It's like you can I bought the fact that these two were sisters who have been separated for a long time.
Yeah,
they've gone into completely different places. They've all experienced some shit, but they've reunited. But
it's a bit awkward that we not to talk about.
And they have like there's a level of mutual respect because they've both survived. They're like like. We're both like really cool, and then at the end,
and that line, it's like I'm sure you've been through some stuff, or I'm sure you have as well.
Yeah, and then after that, they earn the whole like the embrace at the end. I'm like, that's really good writing.
It was also good the scene where they're all walking through the courtyard, and Pod says to Brienne, like, "Oh, you kept your promise."
Yeah, Brienne's just like, "Damn
Thank
straight."
You, Pod.
Yeah, and you're like, this is and I'm getting scared because a lot of happy shit's been happening in Game of Thrones. I'm like. They're gonna drop the axe. It's gonna be devastating.
Well, the next episode is called Eastwatch, and it implies that the White Walkers have actually reached the wall.
Oh,
that's what this is gonna be.
And so, John's not there.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, this could be the next episode. We could be saying goodbye to everyone we know at the wall. I mean, Tormund and stuff are at the wall.
Oh shit!
Yeah, there's gonna be some shit. I'm really also liking where the Daenerys and Jon relationships going. Like I love how everyone's. it's been weird. Everyone I've talked about this because they've been building up a romantic interest now between John and
I don't know how to feel about it.
and everyone's just like, it's technically incest, but
It's
they don't
fun
know.
'cause you don't know how to feel about it.
You're like, they don't know, and everyone's just like, it's gross when the Lannisters do it, but I'm kind of okay if they do it. You're just like, it's wrong, but it's
like,
alright.
It's like auntie and nephew.
But they don't know, so it's okay.
And so they're not. I guess they're not technically. They're not brother and sister. It could be worse.
But yeah.
Trying to justify that shit.
You're just like, but I love these characters so much, and it's
Well, it is kind of like in the Targaryen way. All
right, wait. So
I did love what Laywan was saying. You know what happens when John takes a woman into a cave.
Yeah. All right. Also, bit of a thing. I've been confused about this for a while because I was talking to one person, they told me this, and I was talking to another person, they told me something completely different. John's mother.
Yes.
That has essentially been confirmed, like that John's mother, John's father is the Daenerys, was a Targaryen.
Rhaegar.
Yeah.
Was Rhaegar the Mad King?
No, he's the Mad King's son.
Okay, and the Mad King's son in relation to Daenerys, who is that? Like, is that
Brother.
Father?
Rhaegar is the brother of.
Rhaegar's the brother who just happened to be a lot older than Daenerys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why technically Daenerys is younger than John by like a year.
Okay,
I
cool.
think.
Because I think it was maybe, I don't know who it was, either your parents or someone else. I've talked to a lot of people.
I think in the books, she's a year younger than his.
A lot of people. I heard, someone else who said that Rhaegar was the Mad King.
No.
And I was like, I got confused because Rhaegar and Rhaegon, similar names. I was like, alright, cool. And then I was talking to someone else, and like, all my facts got messed up. I was like, shit, like, I can't remember who is who now. Now I know, so he's technically her aunt. He's auntie.
I was looking this up a while ago because it confused me, because I was wondering, like, who's Aemon Targaryen? Aemon Targaryen's the Mad King's father's brother.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. And Aemon isn't, like, he was... Which is the Targaryen that was meant to be, like, the greatest person ever? It was, like... Remember there was that guy at the wall who was, like, the most amazing person I've ever met was... which Targaryen? It was a Targaryen.
Oh, that was Rhaegar, wasn't it?
No.
Wait,
that was, Maester Aemon.
Yeah, but which Targaryen was he talking about?
Oh, you mean what Maester Aemon was?
Yeah, I can't remember which Targaryen he was talking about.
What does he say?
I think he was just like, because John was like, all Targaryens evil, or someone. It was John.
Oh no, I think you're not talking about the scene where they're in the pyramid. Daenerys is talking to Barristan, like the sellsword, and he's saying, "Oh, your brother Rhaegar was actually a pretty swell dude."
No. It's it was the old guy at the wall, because he said he's met him before, because he's really old. Yeah, and I think it was John. It was John or Mormont was talking to him.
Sam.
Or Sam. No, it was Sam,
Because as Maester Aemon was dying, because Maester Aemon is a Targaryen.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
That's why he's a Targaryen.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yes,
But he was saying, I can't remember which Targaryen he was talking about.
He's like the uncle of Daenerys, I think. I can't remember exactly.
So he's the uncle of the Mad King, so he's the great uncle of Daenerys.
Yeah. I can't remember which Targaryen he was talking about. He does say, like, he was the greatest person, like, ever. It wasn't the Mad King.
Could have been his brother.
I can't remember.
I think his name's Aegon. Yeah, Aegon Targaryen, yeah.
It could have been Aegon.
It could have been Rhaegar. I don't know.
It could be Rhaegar.
Yeah, because they say, because people are like, they hate Rhaegar, but he's supposed to actually be like a really nice guy.
Because people believe that the story that the Starks know is that Rhaegar stole Lyanna.
Yeah.
But then in another term, people believe that maybe Lyanna and Rhaegar were actual lovers and they ran off and that kind
the
of
classic,
thing.
Love story of two people from opposite sides.
Yeah.
But,
it's the whole, like,
they're
Romeo
destined to
and
love each other,
Juliet,
but by the end, like, they can't, like, it's impossible.
I hope they do, like, flesh out that stuff somehow, because I really want to know. I'm nervous they won't.
Well, like I said in the previous podcast, I think they'll either do it in the show or, because they've got prequel movies or spin-off movies planned, they'll either do it if they're going to save it for...
I do want a complete narrative, though.
Yeah, so do I.
Like, I'm starting to get a bit nervous. I'm like, we've only got, 8 episodes left.
They either do that...
Wait,
how many episodes?
No, sorry, we've got 9 episodes.
Yeah, it's like, how many episodes are in season next one?
6.
Oh, okay.
They're supposed to be really long, though.
Yeah. They'll either... Cause I know they've got... Battle of Robert's Rebellion is going to happen. I can't remember in what form it's in, but they are going to redo Robert's... Or tell it as if you were in there at that time when Robert's Rebellion was a thing. It's either going to be a movie or they're going to do a spin-off show that's like a mini-series where it's like V or something. I feel like I'd be okay if they left that for that, because that would tie a bit more into that. It's like, if you have more reason, not just to see, because we all know how the Robert's Rebellion goes down. The only thing
wins.
Yeah, only thing we don't know about it is John's heritage.
Yeah.
And it'd be cool. I'd be happy if that's the only thing they leave out. I'd be happy if that is left for Robert's Rebellion.
That goes back to something really, really interesting. I was doing a bit of reading, like, about the books. I didn't realise this. you know how when Ned goes to the tower, he's with another man,
Yeah.
and the other guy, like one of his friends, survives.
Yeah.
That's the girl Bran is with. That's her father.
Oh, that's right.
Howland
yes.
Reed, yeah.
Oh,
Reed,
yeah.
I
that's
do
her
remember
dad.
that.
So he's the only other one that knows, and he's still alive.
Oh yeah. Shit.
And that's who the chick is going back to. She's
Yeah.
going back to her castle.
Oh wow.
Or whatever her.
Oh yeah.
her
Fuck, I
family.
forgot he's alive.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sweet.
Because I know they talk about him more in the books, but they haven't really at all. They've just shown him in that episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so we liked the episode of Game of Thrones. Pretty good episode.
Anything else to talk about in that one?
I don't think so for Game of Thrones.
Anything
I
else
think that's
happen?
about it.
Yeah,
No,
so-
it's more just the big battle at the end, which is really well
Pretty
done.
much,
and,
yeah.
So there's that. So we'll move on to our next thing.
Which is our main topic.
Well, actually no, it's our review of War of the Planet of the Apes. So we all got a chance to go see War of the Planet of the Apes. We'll do our topic after the Apes review.
I
so
thought that was our main
Yeah,
topic.
so what is that
we're
topic?
doing spin-off games.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah. I want to do it for this because Uncharted will be out by the time we can talk about it. So we'll do both. Like I said, a bigger episode this week because there's a lot of stuff we could talk about.
Yeah, we've covered,
Alright, so War of the Planet of the Apes came out a few weeks ago.
I'd say maybe at least 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we were a bit late to it, but we all saw it. Like I said, we're not going to spoil it straight away. We're going to do non-spoilers first. On the topic of non-spoilers, we should keep plot shit relatively vague
Okay.
Yeah.
because a lot of the plot stuff is kept out of the trailers.
That's a good point.
Yeah, like a lot of it is very.
I don't think I've ever even seen any of the trailers.
Okay, so essentially all you know in the trailers is war's happening.
Mm.
There's a girl. That's it.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, like humans against people,
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson against
Yeah.
Caesar, pretty much.
So we can talk about how it's portrayed, but specifics and certain things that technically aren't spoilers,
Yeah.
like setup things, we can leave that out because again, like if anyone who is listening and still wants to go see it, don't want to ruin it because it's very good to go into this movie knowing.
We can
As
say
in-
basics, like
basics,
the film's
yeah.
very well directed.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But stuff is in like narrative shit.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep really hard to keep that
Yeah.
out because if someone is listening and they really want to see it, it's really good to go into this as blind as humanly possible because
Well, I went in completely
oh yeah,
blind.
'cause you haven't seen any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
it's really because I want to get your take on this as well because me and Eric have seen both of these.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not really, that is good because it is sort of a different movie to what you're expecting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so War of the Planet of the Apes. What did you guys think of it?
It's good. I
I
like the
really
part where they had
enjoyed
the
it.
war for the Planet of the Apes. That was pretty good.
That's the thing we should really clarify. War of the Planet of the Apes is not a fitting title, I don't think.
I think it is, but don't expect to see a lot of war.
Yeah, it's not about a war.
It's not a war movie.
Yeah, no, like, and I assume because the trailers sold the movie like that. It was very
Yeah.
like, this is the war. And I went into it like this, but then when I watched reviews, I was like, they're like, don't
Not
go in
particularly
assuming that,
action-heavy,
yeah. So if you are going to see it, don't go in assuming it's going to be an action-heavy movie. It's not. This is a drama in every sense of the word. Like, it's got action in it, but it's more or less a...
I think Dawn had more. Yeah,
Oh, Dawn had a lot more action in it.
Right?
Like, Dawn had, like, the last 20 minutes was a big action scene,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. It was one continuous big theme that kept happening and chained onto another big
Even
action scene.
Rise would have, yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, so, this is... Well, War is a good title, but, like, this isn't, like I said, not a
It's not a war in a sense that it, like, is showing. It's just,
Yeah.
like,
It's a war, but like I don't know, I guess like two people, fight two other people. That's kind of a war in a sense.
Yeah, that's a pretty way to put it. But it's really good. Like, I wouldn't say it's my favorite of the Apes trilogy.
No, I think Dawn's still the best.
Yeah, I think Dawn's better. But that being said, fucking good movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's-
What
I think it's still better than Rise. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did like Rise, but
I'd say
not quite as much as
This is
everyone
my
else.
second favorite. Did you like it? Like, tell us what you thought about it, Danny.
I really enjoyed it. Like,
Yeah.
having only seen the old films
Yeah.
and none of the 2009 and 2011 or whatever the films
Yeah, whatever they
in,
came out.
yeah. And I haven't only seen this one. It was really interesting because I obviously came in
A bit late.
a bit late. I knew that the characters would have been established. So I didn't really know where they came from or what, like, the role was. But it was kind of interesting just to see, just going in, just being like, all right, so this is a character, this is a character, and this is a character.
Yeah.
And this is their role in this current form.
Yeah.
And for what it is, what I saw, it was really good. I really loved it.
They're
Yeah.
quite accessible in that sense because Caesar is, really the only important character that carries over. From
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
film.
And
yeah.
even then, like,
It's
I
easy
knew...
to get who he is. Yeah.
Yeah. You understand he is essentially Ape Jesus or Ape Moses.
Yeah, pretty much.
In a way, and like I don't know if it's a downside. I don't know how, but like this does feel. It's like War of the Planet of the Apes feels like a Moses story more than any of the other ones. It feels like it's very much like
he's pretty legendary in this movie. He's pretty heroic.
Yeah, but that was it. Still great. Did you prefer it than the originals, Danny?
It's hard to say because I haven't seen the original ones
in a long time.
For a good 6-7 years ago.
Yeah. Have you seen Tim Burton's?
What?
Of the Apes?
Is that the one where they have Arnold and there with Wahlberg?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Oh, I felt Wahlberg's in that.
It's fucking terrible.
Monkey Lincoln.
Oh, I hate that.
You hate Monkey Lincoln?
Yeah.
Lincoln's a monkey now. It's cool.
Fucking stupid.
Monkey Lincoln freed the monkey slaves from the monkey south.
Didn't that come out in 2003?
No, 2001.
Oh, I was over as well.
Yeah. Or it might be 2003. I think it's...
Actually, no, I think it came out around the same time as Star Trek Generations, which was 2001, 2002.
Isn't that really bad as well?
I loved it.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I just want to say, honestly, though, the fact that a modern Planet of the Apes trilogy is this good is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
It's so weird.
Star Trek Generations is the one with all of them?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, no.
I like it.
Like you said, Eric.
They've got no business being this good at all.
If you really, a lot of people said it, a lot of, Planet of the Apes fans, the only good one that was before the trilogy that is considered great is the first one. Yeah. And even then, I don't think... personally,
that's why I think so many people like Rise are like, what the hell is this? A really good one, especially after the Wahlberg one.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that connection.
Well, Wahlberg was meant to... That Planet of the Apes movie, that was meant to be... That was meant to be a franchise.
Yeah.
That was meant to... And it didn't because it tanked real... It didn't even do well in the box office, which is surprising because Planet of the Apes is a well-known name. Yeah. You can be there's a new Apes movie coming out. People are like, oh, cool, I'm at least semi-interested in seeing that. It tanked and it was really bad and that was meant to spawn. I think he was signed on for a trilogy and then they were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. And Tim Burton was like, fuck you, I'll go make some other weird movie then. And then
yeah, I don't know how they managed to get him to direct a Planet of the
Apes. Same thing for fucking Batman, but I don't know. They kept hiring.
Which one did he direct for Batman?
He did the first two Batman movies.
Batman Returns?
Yeah, those two.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
To be honest, Batman, his first one in the 1989 Batman is actually pretty good.
I was going to say, yeah, he did the best ones then.
But Batman, I don't like Batman Returns. It's too Tim Burton. It's just him.
I don't mind it too much, yeah. But...
it's not bad. In terms of, a Batman movie, it's not a Batman. It's a Tim Burton being weird movie, which is 90% of his movies, but, Anyway, yeah, it's really good that we have three... I don't care what they do with the rest of the apes now. We have three great ones, which is one massive story that...
I remember seeing Dawn as being, shocked. I was like, what the hell was that? Why was that so good?
Yeah, because I saw Rise, and I was like, that was good. I liked it a lot, but I was like...
I didn't love it, because I haven't been wanting a good Planet of the Apes for years.
And then I went into Dawn, and I saw Jeremy Johnson's review before I went and saw it. Not if that's good, I'll go. I was already going to go see it, so I was like, trailers look great. I liked the first one, so yeah, I'll go see it. Sorry, and he was like, this is great. And I walked in, I was like, what the fuck?
Why was that so good?
There's, that's probably one of the best, dramas.
I would say, one of the best post-apocalyptic
exactly,
movies ever made. Yeah,
and
so good.
War continues that really well. I thought it was really good. And where the characters it's really cool seeing, because we've seen the first two, we're really attached to Caesar now. We know, we've seen his plight. This is really his ultimate test, is this movie, considering where he is. And, without spoiling, this is him being put to the absolute limit of what he can do. And that's, in the sense of a trilogy, that's what every movie should do. It should be every movie should stack on, not just it's bigger, it should be this is his hardest test, and the next one be this is his hardest test again.
I don't know, yes, but also it should make sense.
It should make sense, yeah. It shouldn't be last movie he had to do this really hard thing. And this movie he has to fight a dragon.
This time he has to destroy an even bigger Death Star because we're rebuilding it.
That's the bad side of that. But in terms of emotional and story wise, each movie he gets put through a new test, which is harder than the others. The first one, it's about him.
That is actually a really good point.
Yeah, first one he comes. His
I
test
want to talk about that in the spoiler. Yeah, because I suppose you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, I just realized they do totally do that.
Yeah, because the first one Caesar dealing with the fact that he is
It's humans and apes, and the fact
They're
that they can't
different.
coexist.
They're different, and it's him coming to terms with who he is and stuff.
And Dawn's like apes and apes can't coexist because some just
and his test in that is to achieve peace with not just apes but with the humans as well, while him trying to stop a war, and the third movie is him essentially having to deal with himself, like he's without spoiling.
Yeah, so it's really hard to.
It's really, which we'll get into very soon. But before we go in, Michael Giacchino's fucking score.
Yes.
Amazing. I loved his score. I give Michael Giacchino shit because ever since Star Trek, which he did the new Star Trek movies, a lot of his soundtracks sound the same. They all sound like the Star Trek soundtrack. And I'm like, why? Like, I know you're great, Giacchino. Do something else. And then recently, he did Homecoming, and he's done a bunch of other new movies. He's done a lot of really good soundtracks, and this is amazing. Like without spoiling it, the thing we talked about earlier, which I was talking about, the infiltration music that happens relatively earlier in the movie without giving context.
Oh yeah.
That was great music. It felt like music that belonged in a film from the 1960s, but really good. Like it was really classic and this stuff. But yeah, did you all see motion capture is really good? Like
it's fantastic.
I love the facial. I mean, obviously there's Caesar.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was even just. How are the other apes? Are they motion capture as well?
Every single ape.
That's really
every
cool.
single ape in the entire movie is motion capture.
Good on for the motion capture actors.
Yeah,
they got the ape
and the fact
really
that every
well done.
ape has a personality, and I can remember their names, like Rocket, Maurice,
Oh, you can't.
Wait, Lake.
You mean
Bad Ape.
Bad Ape. Yeah.
And like, there's one other. Luca,
Yeah.
Luca, and Caesar, Cornelius, and all them. Like
Winter,
yeah.
Oh, Winter.
Fucking Winter. Into spoiler territory there. Or even with Dawn, like Cobra and all them.
Yeah.
And, like
I missed Kobe. It was a good one.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, like it does go. It not good at saying this is like amazing performances underneath amazing motion capture. But like it's really, and also like every character was really well written. The girl was really good because that's in the trailer.
Also, you care about this movie. It's fucking monkeys.
Yeah.
Like good on them. Like good on them for making you care about a bunch of freaking motion captured monkeys.
Okay, so because obviously I've never seen 1 and 2. Do they do the sign language in 1 and 2 as well?
And they do the ape like the.
Yeah. See, I was there.
That hurt.
I was there going, oh, this is weird. Like.
Yeah.
It took me a while to adjust.
One doesn't do it that much.
Some of them can speak, some of them can't.
Yeah.
Dawn does it a lot because again, like Caesar's got his tribe essentially.
Focus on them,
and so he's taught them all sign language, but they
being able to speak and rise is like the big deal.
Yeah, because at the end, because he can't speak until the very end. What's the line he says?
Oh, it's when get your paws off me, you damn dirty ape, and he screams at the person. No.
Yeah. And then,
plates.
So just plates. And at the very, very end on the bridge, where he's just like, he has that massive scene where like it zooms the camera up to him, and he's just like,
what he says.
And he has a line where he's just like he says like I think 3 words, and he's like, God, and it's kind of like it's essentially
by Dawn, you can speak properly.
It's essentially like this is Sparta. Essentially, it's that type of shit where he's like, and everyone's just like, oh crap, and then like you're just like, he can talk. Caesar can talk, and you're like, oh man. And then, like I said, Dawn, he can talk more, and then War, he's just like, he's like full human. Conversation.
He only talks, doesn't use sign language,
which is interesting. Like, because I mean, I'm assuming he would have to speak in order to teach the other apes sign language.
Yeah.
But like, it's weird how obviously he can speak to them, and then they all understand, and then they like.
Yeah, I just took it as they know they can understand him speaking, but they can't speak because vocal cords and all that.
Yeah,
because he's more evolved because he's a test subject.
Well, because the same with like real life chimps and other monkeys. Yeah, I'm sure they can understand a lot of what we say, but and actually speaking,
they also still use the ape communication. Like they still have like when they make the certain sounds and stuff. I think that's really cool. It's really immersive.
I think even some they just choose not to because we see what's his name Maurice can speak.
Yeah,
but he very, very rarely does. Like,
and even when he does speak, he's very like
he's not the best at it.
Yeah, he's very basic.
Again, because he's not the only I assume he's learnt off Caesar.
Yeah,
and because again, evolution's a big theme of these movies. Like I assume that his vocal cords have adapted and all that, and just It's really cool. I love all that shit. I love all the world building in these movies. Also, Woody Harrelson's really good in this movie.
He's a good actor.
I wasn't expecting that type of performance. He was kind of underplayed a bit, like in terms of his performance, how he acted. Because I was expecting like a yelling sergeant.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing. The scene they showed of him, the trailers was him when saying, "Oh, you're so emotional. Don't take it personally."
You're so emotional. Yeah, like, but like he's like when first time you hear him speak, he's really quiet. He's just like, oh, what are you doing? And you're like, I was not expecting that.
It is just
Woody
a
Harrelson.
good. It just shows him off because he can be comedic. He can be dramatic really well.
Yeah, and he kills the drama like scenes. Like there are scenes with his character where you're like, fuck.
He's frightening, yeah.
Yeah, and even then, like when there's like a good villain, you're meant to feel for a good villain. Like not all the time, but you should be like,
understand his motivations.
I get why you're doing it, and then that is story writing 101. That creates more conflict because you're like, I want the hero to win, but I get where the villain's coming from. And like that type of shit, and how they handled that. His arc is really good in this. We won't spoil it yet, but like he was really good. He was really good in the movie, and I really liked it. The whole movie's great.
Do you want to start spoiling it?
Let's not spoil it. Spoiling. There's a lot to talk about in terms of spoilerish. We'll talk about what the actual plot is because now we can talk about it.
Yes.
So the whole point of this is
it's the Great Escape, but with apes.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. So Caesar's chilling out. They get attacked by a bunch of humans, and then later on they're chilling out at their hideout where they can't find it. The fucking ape Winter betrays them because there's as I saw in the trailer, there's apes working with humans now, and
Which is interesting. Yeah,
those are essentially the apes that followed Cobra in the second movie.
Doesn't make sense considering wasn't Cobra all about kill humans?
No, Cobra was all about.
No, I think he was, but because they're too frightened to go back with Caesar, it's not the best. It's not
the best. I bought it though because Caesar does kill Cobra at the end of the second. Spoilers for Dawn of the Apes.
Yeah, but like,
so they're kind of just like we can't go back to Caesar because Caesar's gonna kill us.
But you'd think they'd just go off on their own.
But
I wouldn't join.
The fact they join the humans.
They join humans.
I do like though because it does set up a cool thing. It does set up one of the cool characters. I forgot what his name is. He's one of the donkeys because humans refer to the
Red. I think his name is.
Yeah, the humans refer in the movie. The humans refer to the apes that they use as donkeys, which I thought was really cool.
They just call them donkey. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've got brands in them and all. Everyone actually had brands now. I think about it. There was humans that had brands.
I didn't notice. I just noticed apes that have got
like
brands.
The burn marks with the omega.
The A and the omega, which they don't explain what that means.
No.
It's the name of just the name of their base, Alpha Omega. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So anyway, Woody Harrelson and a bunch of people because they find out where the thing is. They sneak in, and essentially with the intention of killing Caesar, to like just stop them and all that shit. I love how they refer to Caesar, his code name is King Kong. They're like, oh, I've taken down King Kong. I was like, that's cool. But in this whole thing, Woody Harrelson kills Caesar's wife.
Which is weird.
And older son.
I didn't know they could marry. That's weird.
I was like...
I don't know why he doesn't just say his mate.
Yeah. I just said, I'm like, alright. But Caesar is a bit more human than...
Yeah.
It's still kind of weird though.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah, I do agree. I was like, mate,
which does lead to I love this shot of just Caesar looking at him with like the face paint on him, and you just see the eyes, like the whites. I didn't even
know that was Woody Harrelson. I thought that was the dude.
That was Woody Harrelson.
I didn't know. I thought that was the dude that was like the crazy one.
Yeah, I love that. Like it reminded me of something from like Apocalypse Now.
Yeah,
I loved it. Yeah,
and that also leads to there's a reference to Apocalypse Now where it's like there's in the underground tunnels it says Ape Apocalypse Now.
Yes,
that was a nice little reference because this movie is kind of drawing from that. This movie does feel a bit Vietnamish.
Yeah,
it feels very like
even like World War II. Like we said, Great Escape. Yeah,
yeah, and like, but I love that that really like signaled like. This movie was not fucking around. The fact that in the first 10-20 minutes of this movie, Caesar loses his wife and his oldest son, who is like really prominent in the second movie. His oldest son was blue eyes. That's it.
One of the scars on him, yeah.
Yeah, and like the fact that like the fact that they're dead in this movie, and that scene where he's just like sitting there, and then they're like, oh, we can't find Cornelius and all that, which is his other son.
His youngest, and just like a baby son.
Yeah, and then Cornelius kind of peeks around the corner, and then like you just see like that, see the tragedy, but also see like his relief. He's like, oh my god, I still have like my youngest and all that, and I was just like, fuck. I'm like, I was crying over apes.
That's what I mean. Jesus, that's so impressive.
But like Oh, there's that. That was really cool. Did you guys like the setup of the movie? I really liked the setup.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he was already, because I don't know, was the aim just to escape, from the humans, or were they actually?
Well,
gonna go...
they just wanted the woods. They were like the apes. They're like, we just want the woods. Leave. Like, in the beginning, because then the film opens with a battle, with these humans ambushing these apes. But then the apes win this battle, and so they take prisoners. One of them is a donkey, and the three others are humans. And Caesar, because he's a fucking like Jesus, he sets him free. He sets him back to the humans. He's like, tell your leader, we just want the woods. Don't want to fight, like all that stuff. And then Winter betrays them, who's just a big white ape, and then and then everyone dies.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but shit hits the fan. But I love this setup because it really builds up, like, the whole idea of, like, these movies is, like, Caesar, even though he's an ape, he's human. Like, he has emotions and stuff. Like, he's a human character. And this is his, like, biggest test in the sense that, like, he's tried to be better than humans. Yeah. He's like, no, we are not.
Well, yeah, so was that overcoming first film with humans, second one, other rapes, this one, the death of his own family.
Yeah, and the fact that, like, and they use Koba's not in this movie, but they use him in this movie because Caesar starts essentially going a bit delirious. Like,
I don't know if they really needed to have him hallucinate Cobra a couple times. It's just kind of like, it's a cool throwback. But...
Yeah, I liked it though. I thought it was cool. It was a cool way of showing, like, it really shows, like, Caesar's struggle between being better or being worse.
And then becoming Cobra.
Yeah, because Cobra was like, even though he was a dick, he wasn't wrong. He was like, we can't achieve peace with humans, like, so.
Well, yeah, like, looking back, yeah, he was right.
Yeah, he was like, you can't do it, so, like, that's why I'm going to try and kill all of them, and, like, and if any ape gets mine, I'm going to kill you as well, and, like, all that shit. And I really liked, like, that, but I love the fact that this movie, it's all about, like, these movies about how he's trying to be better than humans. In this movie, he's faced with dealing with the death of his family. So, and the entire movie, his mission, that he's like, I'm going, he's like, fuck this, I'm going to the humans, I'm killing that guy, like, and you're like, that's all. And so he sends all those people off because they find that there's a new land and all that shit. He sends them off, and he's just like, all right, I'm gonna go this way. And then Maurice, and then Rocket, and Luca, they like, no, we're gonna go with it. I love that scene where it felt like. Remember Lord of the Rings, Danny?
Yeah.
Where like Aragorn's gonna go into the place of the dead. I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah, the City of the Dead.
City of the Dead. Yeah. He's gonna go there. He's gonna go by himself, and then like Legolas and Gimli are like, "Where you going, laddie? Like, we're going with you," and all that shit. And like, that reminded me of that. How they're all just like, he's like, "No, you are not coming with me," and they're like, "Well, we are. You can't really stop us." And he's like, "Fine." And you get some really cool. I like the whole fact, like, it kind of felt like just a bunch of dudes going on a mission, even though it's a very bad mission because Caesar's acting out of grief and rage and all that.
They're not dudes,
they're apes. But I liked that shot where like they bust through the door and they've all got like the shotgun. Oh, Caesar's got a shotgun. They've all got like guns, and it's just like, that's awesome. Like, just in terms of shots, that's really cool. That's really cool. I liked. What do you guys think of the whole Caesar plight of this movie? Like,
I mean, it makes sense. It was weird how that was actually the main pull of the story.
Yeah, it's him dealing with the death of his family.
And also, just as a side note, wow, the film's short.
Oh yeah, it's not long.
They do not dick around. It's like, this happens. And then we go to the next one. Like, I expected more kind of, like, not, maybe filler, but like, more stuff to happen. Not in a bad way, but just like,
no, I get what you
more
mean.
build up between the three events. So there's the first event between the forest battle and then his family dying.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the travel. And then they get to the kid, and then he.
Oh yeah, the kid. We'll mention that in a second.
Yeah, and then they go to the base, and you only have like, not actually, but you have about like half an hour left.
The movie's only.
Isn't it like?
It's not even 2 hours long. It's like an hour 40.
Hour 45, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't hit the 2 hour mark.
But it's so weird.
Or it does, and the movie just is so well written and so well paced that it doesn't feel like a long movie. That's what I was
gonna say. It felt very quick. Like, I wanted more.
Yeah, that's a good thing that they didn't put...
Cobra's a perfect length.
You know, the length is great. I think when you say you want more, you mean it in the good way. Like, it was so good that I would love more.
Like, I would like more, or that, and also I was expecting more.
Yeah.
Not in,
but not in a
again,
bad way.
yeah.
Like not like the whole I won't move. Yeah.
Just like when I see other films, I'm like, oh, there's
Yeah.
clearly got to be more stuff. In
the good
between.
thing that like this movie didn't, and no, you rarely get this with action. Even like I love me some Marvel movies, but Marvel movies do this a lot. Just action movies in general do this a lot. Is they didn't put action in for the sake of having something entertaining.
Yeah.
They're like, there's no point of having an action scene here, so we're not putting one in. We'll put action scene in when the conflict is right. Like if you like look at the Matrix, the original Matrix, that movie doesn't have any legit action scenes past the first one until the very end. It's literally like you get the Trinity chase scene at the beginning, which is the setup. Then you go to the rest of it is just Neo dealing with like all this drama, and then the movie ends with the last action scene, which is this big action spectacle. That's good. Like they didn't put it in like, oh, we should have an action scene in the middle to be entertaining. It was like, no, it doesn't need. We don't need it, so we're not putting it there. So like it's just filler. And this movie didn't have it, which I really like. I was like, good, we're not wasting time. We're just going straight to where the plot needs to go. And I really like that. The girl, yes. So there's
Are you gonna say her name?
Yes, yeah, definitely. Spoiler territory.
Nova.
Yeah, so
named after the Chevy Nova.
Yes, named after the character in the original Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
The deaf dude. Was it deaf dude or chick?
She couldn't speak.
Oh yeah,
She's mute.
Oh, in the original though.
Yeah, in the original she
Oh,
couldn't
it's a
speak.
chick. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's named after Nova. That was a really cool reference. I remember you were like something there with you, Dan. You were like, I get it. It's Nova.
Yeah, because as soon as I saw it, and just like, and then during the massive like meeting with Bad Ape, which by the way I love. I love
mention Bad Ape.
I think everyone loves Bad Ape.
Yeah, Bad Ape was great.
Like as much as
he could have bombed the movie.
The
But
theater erupted into laughter when he came out wearing the hat and the jacket.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, same. Everyone was like, that's good.
But it's really cool how like
long time.
long time. No, but it was really cool how because he learnt English from humans.
Yeah.
He never learnt sign language.
Yeah.
So when the apes were talking with Caesar with the sign language, he was like, "What's happening?"
Yeah.
Like, it was really cool.
And I really like the fact that like it answers the question: are there other apes like Caesar, because they can talk and they're like evolved? And I like that. I was like, there is more apes. There's
and
apes.
just evolution, like I said, it evolves differently to suit. I guess different people.
Yeah, and also just the no. He was
no touch. That's mine.
And they're like, no, don't go. You can have. You can take this. I was like, oh god. And also that Nova was a great character as well. Like the fact that she's mute and you can't, and they explain the mute as well. And this is this movie has a lot of sneaky, not references, but build up to what we know is the future of original Planet of the Apes. Is the fact
so
that
this is supposed to be before.
From what it is before. Like, it is before. Like, the whole idea is because the original Planet of the Apes takes place, like, really far in the future.
It takes place in, like, 31,
Yeah, like, a few years away. Thousands of years away. But, this is, like, more in the 2000s. Like, our time.
It says it's 15 years.
Yeah.
Away from now, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Oh, okay.
So, the whole idea is, like, so Nova is mute, and also in the original Nova is mute. And that actually comes in as a key plot point, is the fact that the virus that wiped out humans in this trilogy has evolved. That the virus that made apes smarter as well. It's evolved now to essentially make humans dumber. So the first thing it does, it takes away
the
their
ones
speech.
that don't get killed by the virus.
Yeah, but now it takes away their speech, which what's happened to Nova. And we also see it with the humans they find in the ground, which the colonel has killed.
I didn't get why they had blood coming out of their nose.
I assume that's because it's like hemorrhaging essentially. So it's like because their brain is essentially being destroyed. It's just like and like if you get a brain hemorrhage, you bleed out the nose. I assume it's that type of like.
I didn't.
I thought it was just because that it made them stop speaking because it still looked like.
Well, it doesn't make you stop speaking. It makes you dumber. Like, sorry, I was just looking at the computer. It makes you dumber. Like it. Like how the colonel. I love how they didn't tell you the colonel's name as well. You only hear him called as the colonel.
That's a good point. Yeah,
like he's only called the colonel. The colonel says he monologue when he's talking to Caesar about the thing. It made humans dumber, and made apes smarter.
Yeah.
And the one thing that makes humans above everyone else is the ability to speak.
Yeah.
And to be smart.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. Like, and you see it and fast forward to pretty much near the end of the movie.
When he holds the doll?
Yeah, the Colonel gets the doll that Nova had, and then when you're like, where the fuck is the Colonel during this big throwdown? The Colonel has now got the virus, and the thing that the reason why he did all this shit, is to stop the virus, because in this movie they build him up as a really good villain, the fact that he's actually being hunted by humans as well. I thought that was really good. Also, if you can hear shouting, that's my parents doing things on the other side of the house. Anyway, so that and the whole like fact that he's even killed his own son because of the virus. He's killed people because of the virus. You see that in the movie, the people they find on the ground, the people who've been shot by the colonel because they've got the virus, which I thought was really cool. But the fact that everything that he strived to do, the thing that drove him mad is the thing that killed him in the end, which is also a cool thing.
Because Caesar's
going through the same thing. Like the thing that has driven him down this path is like this is like you could end not like you'll get the virus. It's like the colonel's actions got him to this point where he's now useless. He's dead. And like Caesar's gonna kill him. Like I love that scene where Caesar's got the gun pointed and he's just like, and you're like, oh, you're like, will he do it? Will he do it?
And it makes you sort of think about, what they constantly say in the films is, what is it, ape, don't hurt ape.
Yeah.
And that's what he's seeing. Cause he's seeing, and that's why they like little girls so much, because without it, they may as well just be apes.
Yeah. And also, I love that scene when they're talking to Winter after Winter betrayed them, and they're in the camp and they've all just ambushed Winter and they're like, why'd you do this? And then there's that scene where like Winter goes to make noise, so they all like knock him out, and Caesar grabs him and holds him in the chokehold.
Accidentally kills him.
Yeah, accidentally kills him, and that like was a really cool shot. You're like, and Caesar's just like, oh fuck, and just like gets up, and you're like, oh man, he's gone. It's really powerful if you've seen the first two, obviously. You've seen Caesar. You're like, Caesar, he's essentially the glowing hero in the second one.
Yeah. This
one, he's now fallen so far. He's killed another ape by accident. He's just gone on a warpath. His people. Another good plot point is he lets his people go to this other area that Caesar's son found, and then on their way, the colonel finds and captures every single one of them, and then they're all like, "Fuck you, Caesar!" Like Caesar gets put through the ringer in this movie. Like he does not
crucified pretty much.
Yeah, that's another good thing. They put him
placed on a cross. Yeah,
and they fucking whip him to shit. And then that scene where Red goes give him a water, just pours him on, and he pours the water on him, and he starts freezing
cold. Yeah,
and like all that stuff. And then the movie is very deep and dark. Like it's not like fun. Like it does have that in there, especially with Bad Ape. Bad Ape is the comedic relief, but in a good way. Like it's not forced. It's like, oh, that's his character, and he's a bit of lightheartedness, and also them trying to figure out how to get out of the prison. Yeah, which is really cool. Like the poo throwing scene, that was hilarious.
Good,
I didn't say anything, but it reminded me of it reminded me of the Madagascan apes. The one that could speak, and the one that could do sign language.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like, it's obviously as they escape in the first one, the one that doesn't speak but can do sign language essentially asks, like, can we throw poo at them? And then the one that does is like, of course we're going to throw poo at them. Yeah. And like, wait, shit, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Madagascar.
Precursor to Apes. Jesus. No, that was really cool. There are so many great things. Like, I love, how the colonel shoots himself at the end because he's got the virus. That's just brutal how he's just like, and you can't speak because he's like lost the ability to talk, and you're like, oh man.
But like, there's still someone in there because he goes to kill himself. So it's clearly still.
He's drunk as well, and he's like all that shit, and you're like, oh man. And then you get that awesome. There's a character they introduced really early on, there's like one of the soldiers that Caesar spares.
Oh yeah.
The entire movie, you're like, hey man, will this guy turn coat and help Caesar? Nope. Fucking shoot Caesar with a fucking bow and arrow. And you're like, just as he's about to throw the grenade, and you're like, oh, damn, like...
Another character that he let go.
Yeah.
Ends up saving him,
Yeah, and then fucking Red, who is one of the ape donkeys who is, like, getting abused, like, sees that happen, picks up a grenade launcher, shoots that human before he can kill Caesar. Then the other soldier turns around in that slow-mo shot and then just shoots Red, and you're like, fuck! And that soldier, also known as Man with Terrible Aim, which Jeremy just pointed out in this video, and it makes sense. I've seen people being like, how would he miss those shots? Virus didn't discriminate. Virus killed anyone. Just because they're in soldier gear doesn't mean they're necessarily soldiers. Because, again, the virus wouldn't be like, there are soldiers.
But good point. He's getting anyone he can, it's funny.
Yeah, it's just people. So, not everyone is trained to use guns.
Yeah.
I've fired a gun.
Or they could have been, but, if the world's pretty much gone, they're going to lose a lot of the training, so people are going to die, Yeah,
and I've fired a gun before. And it's not as easy as just going, and you're just shooting. Like, it's really hard to aim a gun without training. So, like...
And at the same time, like, they say the apes, they're stronger, they're bigger, they're stronger.
Oh, they have so much more muscle mass. They actually would be able to control a gun.
Like that scene where Red's beating the shit out of Caesar, I was like, oh, that's not looking good. And, like, that scene where they're whipping the the other ape that fucked up the
old
construction.
ape?
Yeah, and then like remind me of Prince of Egypt, where like Caesar gets up and he's like, no, leave it alone. And you're like, oh, and then Caesar's just like gets whipped himself, and then he's got the gun. I love the scene when the colonel pulls the gun to his head, and then Caesar raises his head up to the gun, and you're like, oh, Caesar's the best fucking character ever. Yeah, so
and then he dies.
Yeah, yeah. That leads to the next big bit is that Caesar dies at the end of this movie. The arrow that guy shoots him with inevitably kills him. And what do you guys think about Caesar's death? You think it was
I don't know. I don't get it.
I think it fits. It's just it wasn't well handled at all.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to die when the base, explodes at the end.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That would have made more sense.
Yeah, I did find it a little funny is this massive the big end battle isn't between apes and humans. It's between humans and humans. Because like
which you could say like that's how it just is.
Yeah, exactly.
Apes generally don't hurt other apes. Humans always gotta hurt other people.
And then so Caesar blows up the facility, and then he's staying there, and all the other humans are like, "Oh yeah, they're dead." And then they see Caesar is like, "Should we shoot him?" And then before anything can happen, avalanche comes down, wipes out all of
them out. Yeah,
and you're just like,
but not the apes. They can climb trees.
Yeah, but I was thinking to myself, I'm like, part of me is like, that's bad writing. At the same time, it's like they are on a mountain. With a lot of snow. That didn't happen, I would be calling, like, bullshit, but at the same time, like...
I was thinking, they just wipe each other out, because that's what people are good at.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, shit. And then, like, they essentially find the Holy Land for apes, which is just a big field.
And there's no trees, so I don't get the appeal of it.
Yeah.
Like, it looks nice, but, like, I wouldn't, it's probably not the best place to raise a colony of apes.
Yeah, exactly,
It's like a good vacation place.
Exactly, yeah. But then again, Caesar dies at the end. Has that? I did start tearing up because Maurice was there, and the good thing about if you're showing a traumatic or not a traumatic.
Also, Maurice has been there the whole
trilogy.
Yeah.
And I love how Maurice was always his voice of reason. He was like, "No, like you're becoming like Cobra," and that's also led to a good line that Caesar has, where he's like, "I know I'm like Cobra, but like I have to do this. I'm essentially I'm human. Like I have to do this. Like I'm driven by grief, and I will not be like fixed." Essentially, I was like, "God damn, like." Fucking great character writing again, but like that's the scene where Maurice is just talking to Caesar as he's dying. And you're like, again, script writing. If you want to show it, make a moment sad, you got to have another character there who's experiencing that sadness, and that's like what they did. They made Maurice that character who was like, so it's not just Caesar's dead. It's like, oh man.
And then of course Luca was the opposite. Who was just like, not is it Luca? Who's the big ape?
The one that dies?
Yeah.
That's Luca, yeah.
Well, the one that gets stabbed with the bayonet?
Yeah. That was really sudden. I was like, holy shit.
And then of course his other friend, I don't know. Rocket.
Yeah.
Rocket's like, Luca just died for you. We can't stop now.
Yeah.
And meanwhile Maurice is like, no, we can't. We need safety.
And it's really cool and like, there's so many, every scene in that movie was purposeful. Like it had a reason. It wasn't just, let's have some dialogue to move to the next scene. It's like, no, this scene is here to do this. And it will build into the next scene, which is here to do that. And that will lead on to and lead into a fucking great movie. I love it. Not as much as Dawn, like me and you said, Eric. Yeah. Like I prefer Dawn. I think it's just a little more than this, but this is also no discredit to this movie. It's really good. Did you like it a lot, Danny?
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked. Yeah, as I said, I definitely want to see or also watch the first two.
Oh, definitely. Because... I was gonna buy them on Blu-ray because I don't have them, but I'm gonna wait for this to come out on Blu-ray and then they'll release a trilogy box set.
Will they?
They will. It's called Blu-ray sales.
Yeah, but
whenever a trilogy comes out, they will release at least a pack where it has all three in one case.
Maybe not necessarily like a box.
Oh yeah. Well, when I say box set, I mean like that type of thing.
Could be a case full.
Which is pretty cool. Though.
Like I've got like the Cornetto trilogy. I've got that down there. It's got all three Cornettos in the one Blu-ray.
Good trilogy. We should talk about that sometime.
Yes, we should. Maybe if we watch Baby Driver, we'll watch that because that's
just talk about every Edgar Wright film.
Yeah.
That'd be a long podcast. It'd be a good one.
That'd be good. But yeah, so there's that. So we really like War of Planet of the Apes. Really good. Sorry, my mind had a massive blank. But yeah, really good. Oh, where do you guys think Planet Apes will go after this?
I don't know.
Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
No, no, stop.
And then escape from the Planet of the Apes. I think that's where they're going.
No. I was half expecting, I don't know, maybe just as like wishful thinking, but because, obviously in the old Planet of the Apes, Charlton Heston's pod is obviously orbited Earth and not really gone anywhere. It's just gone how many years in the future. But I was half expecting when they did that final pan to the sky, I was
pod.
like, is
that'd
there
be
gonna
really
be?
cool.
I was like, is there gonna be like a shooting star in inverted commas
and
going past?
Then you can be like, oh, that's Charlton Heston.
That's John Heston's character.
That's
going around.
George.
Yeah, George. Yeah.
George.
George Taylor.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I kind of think that what they'll do with Planet of the Apes is they'll eventually build up to the point of connecting it to the original, or build up to the point of redoing the original.
I think they need to.
Yeah, because I think I'd be keen for a remake of the original. Like,
Yeah.
unlike a lot of film people, unlike a lot of people out there, I don't think the original's that good. I think it's okay.
It's good.
It's got a great
But-
plot twist. If you don't know that plot twist, that is a fantastic plot twist.
Yeah.
But once you've seen it, like it's like it's still won't discredit it, but it's again once you've seen it, you can't re-experience
It's a 60s movie.
that. Oh, I know, but like in terms of just,
Yeah.
I think that's what holds it back. Like if I'm being like, I can be like, yeah, it's from the 60s, therefore it's better. But like, if it doesn't, I don't think it holds up that well today. I don't think a lot of the old Apes movies hold up. Like
no, they don't. I don't remember.
Damn you, Kyle! Damn you to hell!
like that scene is great,
That's
but
funny,
like,
yeah.
and all the parodies we've gotten from it, and just
Oh yeah.
everything. Yeah,
Well, again, there was another Madagascar reference.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you maniac! You burned it
Oh,
up.
Madagascar was so ahead of its time.
yeah. It was meta humor before meta humor.
The
was even-
Madagascar episode, specifically the Madagascar to Escape from Africa.
Dude, I would not be opposed to doing a Madagascar episode.
Oh, I'd love to
That'd be great.
talk about all the Madagascar.
I actually I
games.
really like the first Madagascar. I think it's
Yeah.
alright. That was
It's good stuff.
that was meta humor before meta humor was a thing. Sorry. I think they'll do that. They'll either remake it because Cornelius is in this, and that's one of the main characters
Yeah.
in the originals. He's only a baby in this.
And Cornelius is one of the main
I
characters.
see. I don't think we need a sequel. We've got 3 great ones. If they're like no more, but I'm happy with that. But if they want to do a sequel, I can see story where they can do it. Like I would like to see a sequel where it's like Cornelius has grown up, and he has to essentially live up to the legacy that was Caesar.
Yeah.
And he has to again keep like hit the fridge. Yeah, cool. Instead of he has to, because it's not as easy as Caesar's great. Let's all live by example. It's not. Nothing is ever that easy. Like we've all seen it, like Daenerys, like in Game of Thrones, like I freed all these slaves. It's like yeah, that's one bit. You still have to keep those people happy. And,
Yeah.
So I'd love to see one where it's Cornelius living up to the legacy of Caesar, and also trying to keep the apes safe. Where he's like, man, this is a lot harder than my dad made it out to be. Like
From CGI Charlton Heston.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, they better not. Is Charlton
That-
Heston alive still?
I don't think so.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Could
But I
be.
feel like
Obviously really old if he's still.
I feel like
I'd say he'd be like 80.
they'd recast him, which I don't
Of
mind.
course they would.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was
would-
joking. They're actually.
Oh, good. I don't know, man. CGI Leia was a thing.
Yeah, but that was a few seconds.
That's true.
To be honest, I
CGI
wouldn't-
Grand Moff Tarkin was the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Pointed back to Rogue One.
Well, Charlton Heston's.
Oh yeah, no, he
Charlton
died
Heston.
like in 2008.
Oh yes, he's long gone.
Oh,
How old was
damn
he?
it. I don't know. Didn't say. He died 5th of April. Let me see. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to recasting Charlton Heston.
I wouldn't be opposed to a Planet of the Apes remake, but at the same time, I don't think it needs to happen.
84 he was.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone else.
Died of pneumonia.
Oh
Sorry.
man, that
Yeah.
sucks. Anyone else got any ideas of where, apes could go after this?
Space.
The final front. The apes invade another planet, and they realize
Apes
it's
escape.
Earth.
The apes escape.
Oh
wait.
wow, they've already got that. It's called Escape of the Planet of the Apes. Don't it, Jesus.
No, I was,
I was going to say that we got that game called Ape Escape.
I was gonna say yeah,
Oh,
Ape
yeah.
Escape.
Oh, I
that's
knew
what
you
was
were
thinking.
making that joke. Yeah.
Jeez.
Should we go to the final topic?
Yeah, so we'll do that now. So, final topic is because Uncharted Lost Legacy is coming out soon.
This is going to be a long podcast.
Oh, yeah, it's
It
gonna
is. It's gonna be over 3 hours.
3 hours.
Well, it's nearly 2 now.
Yeah, it won't be over 3 hours. It'll be 2 hours. We're almost done. We've got to do this button and thing. But anyway, so Uncharted Lost Legacy is coming out next week. Yeah, next week.
Next
So
Tuesday for America, next Wednesday for us.
Yeah.
in
Damn you!
uh, in terms of that, in celebration of that glorious event happening, we're gonna do just gonna talk about standalone / spin-off games. So like, because again, Lost Legacy is a standalone game. It's part of the Uncharted things, but it's meant to be its own thing.
And it's not based around the main story.
Yeah,
It's not
no,
based around Nathan Drake, yeah, so I guess
Yeah.
that classifies it as a spin-off.
yeah. So that's like,
So what, like, so is that what a spin-off is?
Yeah.
A spin-off is something
something in the universe, but not related to like the key story of that universe.
So, like, say for example, like Game of Thrones again, if they decided to do
Robert's Rebellion or something,
or even like Mad King.
Yeah, that's Robert's Rebellion.
Yeah,
that'd be a spin-off. Yeah. So like.
But yeah. Okay. That's yeah. And standalone games are the same thing.
Yes, essentially the same thing. So I'm just getting the list up. I had a list, but I gotta get it first. Oh yeah, I found it. Alright, cool. What was you gonna say?
Daxter, that's a good spin-off.
Yeah, as I said, that's gonna.
That is a good spin-off game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So wait, haven't played it. So what? Talk about Daxter.
So Daxter is a PSP game where you play as Daxter from Jak and Daxter.
Yeah.
And it does a really good job of being a spin-off as well as a portable title, adapting gameplay, suiting it for a handheld console. A lot of fun, really good to look at.
Oh yeah.
A lot of like really, really dumb movie references and stuff.
Oh
fun.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Play Daxter's Dreams, which are all movie references. It did a really, really good job of it.
It wasn't a launch for the PSP. I think it might have been a launch title.
I think it was a bit after.
Because I know both. Because at that time, Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank were the platformers of the PlayStation.
I think they were like a year after because the PSP launched in 05, I believe, and they launched in 06.
Yeah. So, because at that time, Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter, they were the platformers of that generation.
Yeah.
Like, and Psychopop. But, so both of them, I love how both Daxter and Clank both got their own PSP.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, they did too.
Which is
Secret Agent Clank.
That's another spin-off, Secret Agent Clank. I didn't play it. You played it? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I did. Yeah,
Was it good?
it's okay. Yeah, it's not as good as Daxter.
Yeah. Well, what other spin-off games can you think of, Danny?
You know what was really funny? Like going back to Secret Agent Clank.
Yeah.
The worst parts of that game by far are the parts where he plays Ratchet.
Yeah.
Which is pretty ironic.
Yeah. Would you count Ratchet and Clank Size Matters as a spin-off? I don't know. Cause it was developed for PSP. It's weird.
It's debatable. Yeah.
It's
really
kind of.
weird.
I would say it might be a standalone. Cause it doesn't really fit into the universe.
Yeah, but it is. Ratchet and Clank. So
That's
yeah,
true.
it's hard.
Yeah.
So.
I'd say it's probably the worst Ratchet and Clank game. I'd say probably. I don't know. The ones I play, it's my least favorite.
Of the main ones, so not counting All for One or.
Oh yeah. Okay, those are spin-offs. So All for One and
Yeah.
Frontal Force. Did you play any of them?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, neither did I. Apparently, All for One is okay. For Frontal Force is just the
supposed to be a bit
multiplayer.
toss,
Yeah. Have you thought of any, Dan, that you've played? I'm reading through a list. See, for specific ones.
Can't think of any.
Is the
there's
PSP God of War games considered part of the main story,
Yeah,
or are they
they
spin-offs?
are. Yeah.
So they're not
okay.
they're spin-offs.
Yeah, no.
There are some of the Might and Magic games. So have any of you played Dark Messiah of Might and Magic?
No, I have played Heroes of Might and Magic.
So you tell me about this, Dan, because you were talking about, is Heroes of Might and Magic a spin-off or a...
So Heroes of Might
I
and
know-
Magic the main game, but then there is actual spin-offs that are named the same, but for different consoles.
Okay.
So there's one for, I think it's Game Boy or Game Boy Color that came out.
Actually, wait, no. There's a game in the Might and Magic series I've played. It's called I think it's called Clash of Might and Magic or something. Essentially, it was a puzzle game.
Yeah, no, it's that really weird.
It's all
one that's-
cartoony and all that
Yeah.
shit. I played that. It was actually a lot of fun. Like a really good game.
Yeah, because I think the main one is Heroes of Might and Magic. And then for some reason
Then
they
there's,
changed
like...
the name to Might and Magic for some reason. Again,
Well, no, the Heroes games are still called Heroes of Might and Magic. They haven't gone with the Heroes title.
No, it's called Heroes of Might and Magic, like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, and then they went to Might and Magic Heroes.
Oh, that's... Yeah, okay. So,
And they're not-
so that'd be the spin-offs then, Might and
No,
Magic
they're
Heroes.
continuations. It's
okay.
just for some reason they have retitled them. But
Okay.
yeah, so some of the spin-offs... Yeah, Might and Magic Clash of Heroes, that's a Nintendo DS game. That's like...
That's what I played. They released that on console as well. That's what I played Clash. It was fun.
Yeah, it reminds me of...
It's a puzzle game.
Just the name reminds me of like Clash of Clans or something.
It's nothing like that. There's also you guys haven't played them probably. There's Dragon Quest Heroes. There's also Dragon Quest Monsters. There's a bunch of Dragon Quest spin-offs. I haven't played a lot of them. You've played this, Danny. Enemy Territory Quake Wars.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about it? I'll go after you.
Bought
Did you
it.
play it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, cool.
I bought it expecting it to be a Quake game, but oh boy, was I
not.
wrong.
It's really bad.
I don't know what it's a. All I remember from the game, because I was so terrible, because it was an online only game.
Well, you could play by yourself, but it was like
It was boring as
it was
hell.
just battle modes essentially. Like
Yeah.
it's
it was like Battlefront.
It's bad Battlefront. That's the way to put
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But essentially, you either played as humans or as aliens. You get dropped in to your base, and you can choose class, and then you
Yeah.
just shoot, and there's different modes. That's
Yeah.
it. It's like Quake, but just really bad because it's just, I don't know what made Quake fun was that it was really fast. Like, it felt like you were on super duper ultra rails.
Yeah.
And you just you moved and you were constantly moving non-stop. Whereas this one felt more like the Battlefronts, the Battlefield.
Sounds like Doom 3.
What's worse than Doom 3?
I've never played
Actually,
Doom
no.
3.
Actually, no.
I was gonna say,
No, it's not as bad as
Think
Doom 3.
about that.
Doom 3 is fucking terrible.
I've never played Doom 3.
Doom 3 is
Don't
not
play
really
it.
fun.
Oh,
It's not
wait.
aged well at all.
Yes.
Remember they
I
turned it into a
do.
survival horror game?
Yes.
And a really bad one.
I do
Yeah.
remember that because it was. I mean, the old one you had to change between the torch and your light, and the torch and your gun.
That's Doom 3.
And the old ones you did as well.
Nope.
I think no.
Oh, you think of Doom 3 and Doom 3 BFG edition?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The original Dooms, you never had a flashlight. It was just guns.
No.
And that's how I liked it.
Doom 1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they never had flashlights.
All right.
You might be thinking of, like what Eric said, Doom 3.
That's what I mean, yeah,
and Doom
Doom
3 BFG
3.
edition.
All right. Maybe.
Because there's about like a 10-year difference between the two of them.
Yeah, and also Doom 3 is just...
So good.
I know it's not a spin-off, but fucking
Yeah.
3.
It's always time to have a bitch on
Yeah.
this podcast.
Yeah. Enemy territories, Quake Wars is really bad.
Yeah,
I hate it.
it is.
It's really dull, really boring, really just fucking
It's
bad.
nothing like. It's not a Quake game.
I know this is a racing franchise, but technically they're like considered spin-offs. The Horizon series for Forza.
Yes, they are. They
So
are
you
technically.
played 2
That's fine, yeah,
and we
I
played
played
3.
2,
Yeah, I fucking love them. Like, I haven't played any of the OG Forzas, like the normal motorsport ones, but I've played Forza Horizon 3. It was fucking great. I think I mentioned it on another podcast, but yeah, I love Forza Horizon 3.
I'm gonna have to give 3 a go, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say definitely it's
2
worth-
was fun, yeah.
They just
Three-
recently
three's
released Snow to Forza
Snow?
as well as Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah, they had the Hot Wheels
Wait,
DLC.
they put Snow in Forza Horizon 3?
Yeah.
Wasn't like the weather.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
We didn't have snow in Australia. What
That's
the hell's
true.
that stuff?
I think it's just an extra thing. But they have added Hot Wheels, since you can race on Hot Wheels tracks.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And they've
as-
added cars, like other Horizon games, they've added cars from other franchises. So the Regalia from Final Fantasy 15, you can drive that in
Oh,
this
that's
car.
cool.
I love Horizon 3. I think I dropped 80 hours into it. And for a
Yeah,
racing
that's good,
game, that's
yeah.
ridiculous. And we played online, me and
Yeah.
you, Day. We played online
We played
a lot.
cross-platform as well because obviously I don't have an
Yeah, she's got
Xbox
on
One,
PC.
but I got it on PC.
Oh, cool stuff.
Yeah.
So I remember...
Oh no, if I could, I was have to turn my Xbox One on again.
See, I went to go... Oh, remember I was...
I'll do it one day again, I swear.
I think a few months ago, Danny, I was craving Forza Horizon 3.
Yeah.
I went to go play it, and it was like a 30 gig
Oh,
update, and
massive
I was
update.
like, oh, I want to play Horizon. I couldn't
Yeah.
play it. Fuck you, Xbox. I hate you. Gwent is technically a spin-off.
Yes,
Half-Life
no, it
2
is.
Lost Coast. I haven't played that.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
shit! I
Oh,
played that.
I haven't played it, but
Oh,
One
I
of
forgot about that. Yeah,
one of our
Infamous-
friends has played it.
Yeah, I have played that.
Oh, you
Yeah,
played it?
I've played it, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
So
I've
there's
played it.
Infamous Festival of Blood.
I went to go
What's
start it
that?
again, like a week ago, but I couldn't
So
be bothered.
what is Infamous Festival of Blood, Danny? I'll tell you, and so will Eric.
Oh, yeah, because have you played it?
I've watched Troy play through, I think, all of it.
Oh, okay.
So but you've played it, so you talk about it, Eric.
So it's a spin-off of the Infamous series, more specifically Infamous 2, where when they're in the New Orleans-inspired town New Marais, they have a yearly event called Fright Night. Or is it? No, it's Pyro. I think it's Pyro Night,
No.
which is just
Really?
a horror
Wait.
night. And on this night, Cole goes investigating some missing people underneath a church, and he gets
Wait for it.
kidnapped by vampires and bitten by Bloody Mary,
Oh my god!
who is the
really?
leader of the vampires, who speaks with a posh English accent and wears like a long red gown.
Oh god!
And he has to find a way to reverse it before sun goes up.
Oh
Otherwise,
shit! Yes, no, I do know
he'll
about
be a full
this.
vampire controlled by her.
It is fucking awesome.
And you can turn into a swarm of bats in it.
and
That
you can
looks-
and
that sounds
And yeah,
amazing.
you can go up to anyone on the streets and
Like-
just suck their blood.
it's like
It's disappointing because the first trailer had it being like really bloody. Like you'd suck someone's blood, it would go everywhere. But in this, it just
What
you don't see
platform
any.
is it on?
It's just on
DLC.
PS3.
DLC.
PS3.
It's not.
Oh,
It's a
shit.
standalone game.
Oh yeah, Stanley.
I
Yeah,
want it.
it's
Yeah,
really
it's fun,
good.
yeah.
I
I would
haven't played.
totally get
I
out
played a
on
bit.
PS3
I played a
again.
bit of it with Troy, but I was just at his house. Troy, shout out to Troy. We were playing it at his house, and it was so fun. We were like having it's like that perfect standalone stuff that doesn't. Yeah, it's just let's fucking go ridiculous. Like Far Cry 3. It's like a
Yeah.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Oh, it's another one. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, your metal ant thing is replaced by a snake in this because you're killing vampires.
That's so cool.
It is awesome. But also, yes, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Oh, that's
my favorite Far Cry game. Like, I'm not a big fan of Far Cry at all.
I like 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I like 1 and 2. I like 1, 2, and 3. I haven't played 4.
I've played.
4's just more.
I played a bit of 3. And I don't think it's bad. I just got bored.
Really like
I
3.
completed 3 and I loved it. I played through it again to finish the end.
I got bored of it like 2 hours in. I was like, really bored. And then I tried playing 4, like legit without doing the sneaky ending.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah. That's what you
the sneaky ending.
I waited for 20 minutes and realised, yep, I've finished the game, I can put it down now.
Some people are like, have you played Far Cry 4? I'm like, yeah, man, I finished it.
4 did have some cool stuff. So
Yeah.
like the way they worked was actually quite clever.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of that, but Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, as I'm a big fan of anything 80s related.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
80s synth
It's
is
so
so
good.
good.
And also Michael Biehn is the main character.
And he sounds tired, but it kind of makes it work.
Yeah,
better.
and then there's like legitimate robot dragons that shoot lasers.
And you ride one at the end. And
there's you get Robocop's
all the weapons
pistol.
are cool. Yeah.
You get an old timey double barrel shotgun. You get the alien pulse rifle.
This is just like, it's
and they all sound like the guns as well. So you put the pulse rifles like
80s pop culture.
It is.
And Long Tall Sally
crammed.
plays when you're in a helicopter.
And there's the cutscenes are not.
And the ending has that fucking remember the thriller ending.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what?
And the cutscenes aren't in game. They use if you played like old games from the 80s like on PC.
Yeah.
Do you remember that cutscene style where it was like a box in like the top of the screen and it's pixels?
Shit, yeah.
They have that, and they have a sex scene in one of them.
What?
Yeah, it's really funny.
It's the best thing.
I've been spoiled. We must have spoiled it because it's been out for a
Yeah,
while. But
spoilers.
the ending has your character walking away with, I think, the love interest, and it like she turns around and like zooms in on her eyes, just like the end of Thriller with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. It's cool. I meant to go play that again as well.
Kingdom Under Fire. I know you guys haven't played this, but I've played it. Kingdom Under Fire: Circle of Doom. It's a spin-off RPG of the Kingdom Under Fire franchise. It's not good. It's really boring. Moving on.
Luigi's Mansion.
I haven't played Luigi's Mansion.
No,
I have a friend, Lee. Shout out to Lee. He really likes Luigi's Mansion a lot.
There's one.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Acid.
Yes. You haven't played Danny. Have you played
No.
Metal Gear Acid?
No, I was joking.
Okay, good. Metal Gear Acid is Metal
I
Gear.
didn't think you would have played Metal Gear Acid.
I played Metal Gear Acid.
I thought we were going to talk about Metal Gear Rising.
Oh, we'll get that.
Do you want to talk about Metal Gear Acid?
Yes, it's not very good.
Okay.
Actually, it's a cool concept. But before we get to that, there's Maximo, which we mentioned in the PS2 podcast.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Wait, because it's a spin-off of Ghost and...
Ghost and Ghouls. Or
Yeah.
Ghouls and Ghosts. I can't
I
remember
can't
what it's called. Yeah. I may have ordered a copy of Maximo.
Oh, legend.
Yeah, I was
Man.
like, no, I want to give it a go again. But yes, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Yeah,
my
definitely.
favorite hack and slash game of all time. And you can't see it, whoever's listening, but I have a poster of it right there. It's the cover art. It's fucking awesome. I've been hounding you to play it, Danny, because you love your hacking and slashing.
I'll
Fun
play
game,
it
yeah.
soon.
You don't need any prior knowledge of Metal Gear at all. Even if you have it, doesn't really add to it like at all. But
one of the best modern final boss battles.
oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
and one
fantastic.
of Platinum's. I know a lot of people disagree with this because I know there's a lot of people who hate MGR, but it's one of Platinum's best games.
I haven't played enough of their games to really comment on that.
Oh, you gotta play more of it, man. Play Nier Automata. That's the best game. But no, I love it. It's got like the slicing actually feels like you're cutting people. It's got the I can't remember what the mode is called where you go into the slow mode and you choose where your
yeah,
cuts
I
go.
know what you mean. Yeah.
It has a name in the game, but it has a mode I've talked about this thing where it goes into slow. Once you hit someone enough times, you get into slow mo and you can choose exactly where your cuts are going.
Oh, right.
And when I say you get to do as many cuts as you want, I don't mean slash. I mean
Or you can do it slowly. Yeah. You get the option.
But there's bosses where it's you'll have to saw off specific limbs to get to a certain bit, and you'll be slice, and then there'll be a bit where it's okay, go completely nuts, and you'll slash, and you'll see their bodies go into thousands of
my
pieces,
God.
and it's glorious. Also, fucking amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, it does have a really good one.
All that
Wait,
Minecraft.
is Minecraft Story Mode technically a spin-off?
Yeah, it's
But,
not made by Mojang. It's made by
Yeah, that's a
Telltale.
good point. 'Cause it is.
Oh, story. Oh, yep.
Yeah, I haven't played it, so I can't give. No, have any of us played Minecraft Story Mode?
No.
No.
Okay, we can't really give comment on it. What else? We've mentioned the Ratchet and Clank spin-offs, which aren't very good. There's a million Resi spin-offs apparently.
I mean, what is it? Survivor or Light Gun Games? Was that?
Yes,
Outbreak?
no, Survivor. It might be both actually. There's Dark Side Chronicles number. I haven't played any of these to be honest.
No, I think the Chronicles games are Light Gun game.
I think they're all like gun
holy
games.
crap.
Dead Aim as well. Did anyone play? Would Revelations count as a standalone or
I
spin-off?
don't think so, because I think it is counted. It's
Okay.
along with the numbered entries. It is counted as main games.
Anyone here played Shadow the Hedgehog?
No.
Oh,
No.
man, it's so bad.
I
It's so bad that
I
it's
played
good.
Sonic Unleashed.
It is so bad that it's good. That's main series. I think Shadow the Hedgehog might.
Like, what considers a main series?
Well, I think for Sonic they're all main series except for Shadow, or even Shadow.
So why-
Shadow would be a spin-off because it
It's
just it
not
doesn't focus
Sonic.
on Sonic. Yeah.
Even though Sonic's in the game.
Yeah, 'cause it
Um,
doesn't focus on him.
Street Fighter. No. Oh, Danny, we can talk about this. The Tekken Tag
Tekken
games.
Tag, yes.
Because they're not considered, even though they are kind of mainline, they're not considered.
Some of the story bits are
Nope,
canon
nope,
now.
nope, none of
No, they are telling me about it.
Where?
Unknown is half canon.
Fuck you.
So
Who makes Tekken again?
Namco?
No, who's the guy?
Oh,
Harada. Fuck you, Harada. You're fucking adding other characters that aren't
So technically, Julia, or June is unknown.
Well, June is unknown, but the character of unknown is meant to be uncanon
Yeah.
because it's not unknown uncanon. No, it's meant to be. It's not meant to be canon because
Yeah.
Tag isn't canon. That's why I'm saying Tag 2. Tag and all those on there. Tag 2, I think, is one of the best Tekkens. I think it's
Yeah.
just under 5 in terms of really great Tekken
See,
games.
for me, it goes 3, 5, and then Tag 2.
Yeah. Tag 1.
I liked. See, before shut up. Before, you introduced me to 2. I liked 1.
Yeah, and
1
then-
was my favorite.
And then you played
like,
2, and then you're like, I'm gonna watch. Shout out to Maximilian Dude, who's a YouTuber who focuses on fighting games. He played through all the fighting games with a bunch of friends. We watched the Tekken Tag 1 gameplay with Danny, and Danny was like, I don't remember it looking this bad. And I was like,
Yeah, it
it's
looks-
always been that bad.
Like, when did it come out? Like 1990?
It was a launch title
Wow.
for the PS2. And you can clearly see that it is
It's
a launch title for the
terrible.
PS2.
Yeah, I have. Some
I remembered
footage
it
of
being
yeah.
so good. Also, what the hell's Tekken Hybrid?
Oh, it's a weird. I don't know, but it's like a weird one. But
Tekken Card Challenge. Tekken
that's that
Advance.
Tekken Card Challenge was on a phone. Is a phone game. Well, I think I told you about. It's like a card game, but you play as Tekken. And there's also Tekken Advance is Tekken for Game Boy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it actually was apparently really good. But no, yeah, Tekken Tag 2 is really good. I think
Yeah.
it's my second favorite Tekken game, underneath 5. Then 3, but yeah. Umbrella Corps, also known as the greatest failure of a game ever made. Unreal
Oh shit, Unreal
Championship.
Championship.
Have you played those?
I think I may have played 2 because the Laundry conflict because I really like that. Like
There's Until Dawn, Rush of Blood.
that
haven't
new
played that,
VR
yeah.
one.
Warrior. Then I don't think any of us play the rest of these games.
No.
No.
I think there's a few more. Can anyone else think of any spin-off / standalone games?
I mean, I guess you could also think of this. You could kind of count Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare as a
Yeah,
spin-off.
no,
Although,
yeah,
like,
that'd
it's
be-
like it's DLC, but I guess it is kind of a spin-off because it's
Because
non-canon.
it's not really. He didn't turn into a zombie.
yeah.
and heck, I prefer Undead Nightmare to actual Red Dead.
I don't. You have to do the same stuff too much. They'd still really fun.
Oh
but-
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a game just then in my head that was a cool spin-off / standalone. That fuck.
Would I was gonna say like any of the Warcrafts
No, because they're all
part of the story.
part of the
There's
series.
no Warcraft that's like
Yeah.
non-canonical.
Because there's Warcraft 1 and 2 and 3. They've got their expansions, and then WoW. And
Yeah,
everything.
that's
It's all the story. And they're all, and none of them. Oh, okay. WoW and Warcraft originally are different, but those are still considered.
Yeah.
Is DJ Hero a spin-off of Guitar Hero?
Yes.
Oh,
DJ
yes,
Hero
it
is very
would
bad.
be.
You're looking
Getting ideas, yeah.
looking at my 360
Yeah.
collection. DC Warriors Gundam would also be a spin-off as well. DC Warriors Gundam's really good. Not like DJ Hero. DJ Hero is not good. You know how much I got those DJ Heroes for with 2 controllers?
I'd bet like nothing because I remember people selling them and yeah, they're pretty much worthless.
$10 from eBay.
Oh,
eBay.
I've got to buy the. I'll got to get you that game. I'll bring it over next time.
Oh, fair enough.
Go on,
So
yeah.
was it? The few other things I'm trying. Halo Wars is another one.
Yeah, yeah.
I've only played Halo Wars 1.
Is that the top-down one?
Yeah, it's RTS.
Yeah.
It's really good. I think for an the Halo Wars was the last game Ensemble Studios made. Those are the guys who made Age of Empires.
Oh shit!
It was
yeah.
the last game they made because, like idiots, and I don't get why Microsoft had this mindset. They made an RTS game exclusive to the 360.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to generalize everyone who plays 360 because I'm not one of these people I'm about to generalize, and I own a 360 and played it probably more than any of my consoles. But a lot of people that have 360s aren't the type of people who play RTS games. A lot of them play like the shooters or any other game. Also, RTSs aren't good on console. They're meant for PC because mouse movement and stuff. So when you make an RTS game specifically for a console,
yeah, that was a bit of a poor decision.
you're gonna do badly because only Halo fans. And again, there's a lot of Halo fans on Xbox, but like, there's gonna be Halo fans who'll get it just because it's Halo. But there's gonna be Halo fans like, but that's not a Halo game, so I'm not gonna get it.
Nah.
And then
see, I would
because
play it,
it's
but
so,
I wouldn't play it on 360. I'd play it on PC.
That's the same with Halo Wars 2. I was gonna get it, but I'm like, I didn't ever go around to it. I'm like, I'm gonna get it on PC.
Well, that's
because Halo Wars 2 is on PC. But yeah, it was the game that killed Ensemble Studios, which is sad because Halo Wars is a really good game. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know how far my knowledge of strategy games go, but I really liked it. There's a few other things I can think of, but I can't think of anything like really. But you can technically say Persona is a spin-off because the whole series is like a part of a bigger world, which is the Shin Megami Tensei games.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Oh yeah, I know. But you could technically say, but I don't know. But I'll just say that Persona 5 is amazing. I'll leave it at that. What else? Just have a quick look at my games.
Excuse them while they just look at their list of games.
Wait, would Wolfenstein Old Blood count?
No, because it's fits with the story. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true that. I think that's it. There's probably other spin-offs. Let us know if there's other spin-off games. Oh, Battlefield Hardline. That's not good. Assassin's Creed, like Rogue and shit.
Oh yeah.
I think that does fit in though as well.
Oh, the Assassin's Creed Chronicles games.
What about Assassin's Creed Go?
Fuck is Assassin's Creed Go?
No.
Oh yeah, like all the Go games. Yeah, the Ubisoft Go games. They're mobile.
Because there was Assassin's Creed and there was Hitman Go.
And there's Lara Croft Go.
Yeah.
You should try that. Apparently, Lara Croft Go is really good.
Yeah.
True. Well, there is Well, would it they're the Assassin's Creed Chronicle games. The side scrollers.
Oh yeah.
Where is Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia, China, and India? There is
I thought that was the Go's.
I don't know if they go. I don't know. They were made for DSs and shit. But they've been console.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, no, maybe not then. But yeah.
There's also the Ninja Gaiden. There's a few Ninja Gaiden spin-offs, but I haven't played any Ninja Gaiden games besides Sigma, and that's all I've played. There's Final Fantasy spin-offs. Like there's a million of them.
Yeah.
Like Crisis Core for PSP, which is I'd probably say is the best PSP game ever made. But
yeah.
There's also like the sequels to the independent ones. There's the Tactics game, Final Fantasy Tactics. That's a series.
Oh yeah. That mobile game that's just come out.
Oh, the really bad Final Fantasy 15 one.
Yeah.
Oh, that cancer.
I don't know what that's called.
I don't know. It's like Clash of Clans for Final Fantasy. It's not good.
Yeah.
I think that's it though for the spin-off. There's definitely more, but we can't think of any more.
Yeah.
My game collection isn't providing any more. We're always like,
what about Spyros?
No, because they don't really count. Because every series is another series.
Every game is different.
Yeah, so it's like, you've got the original trilogy, and you've got Hero's Tale. This is kind of a standalone, but that is meant to be the next Spyro, and you've got...
Yeah.
You could almost argue, I was just thinking this game, brought up Lara Croft, you could actually argue that the new games are spin-offs, because the franchise isn't Tomb Raider, it's Lara Croft.
That's true.
And those are the only two games that don't have classic Lara Croft.
That's true.
Is it? Oh, so it's not called... But it's called Tomb Raider.
I've heard some people actually say the franchise is actually called Lara Croft.
Yeah.
And the Tomb Raider are the subtitles because New One and Rise are the only ones without classic design, and even in the Guardian of Light, it's got classic Lara Croft.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, I'd say no. Small side note, those games are great. The new ones.
New ones are good, yeah.
Yeah. I do want to go back and play through every Tomb Raider game. Because I have all of them, but I
got so frustrated.
Yeah, I got every single one. Not physically. But I have all of them. So I've got them on the new one. The only one
I played the second. I played the second reboot trilogy. It's a bit
the only one I have physically is Rise.
I mean the first reboot trilogy. Sorry.
The only one I have physically is Rise of the Tomb Raider. Everything else I've got on Steam.
Oh really?
Yeah, I've got them all. They're all on Steam. Every single one. Oh, I don't have the Temple of Osiris and all that. The top-down shooters, which are apparently really good. A lot of people really like them. Yeah. Street Fighter X Tekken. I know you don't like it.
Yeah.
I know you don't. I like Street Fighter X Tekken. I now blame it for being the downfall of what I call DLC characters in Tekken 7 I don't want.
Oh god, like, yep.
That's a rant. That's a podcast on its own. Is my
Next.
fucking hatred of how they're doing other characters.
Mm.
I think that's it.
I mean, there's 1,000 more, but you know.
Yeah.
Like one, two actually played.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll move on to our very last segment. What have we playing / watching / reading / doing? Who wants to go first?
We watched Star Trek 1, 2, and 3. The new ones, the 2009.
Oh, yeah.
So Star Trek 1, Star Trek Into Darkness, and then Star Trek Beyond.
Funny story about that. My opinions on that trilogy have drastically changed now. So originally, the 09 Star Trek is beautiful. It's amazing. It's great. J.J. Abrams' best movie, even considering Force Awakens and all that. The fact that he made Star Trek cool, like people were like,
Yeah.
before that Star Trek was.
I remember when it came out. Yeah, my dad hated Star Trek and actually wanted to go see that.
Yeah, and like I was never raised. You were raised. Danny's raised on Star Trek.
Yeah, I was raised on Star Trek and Star Wars.
You see, I was Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. That's it.
And Lord
But
of
in terms of
Rings.
sci-fi, it was Star Wars and only Star Wars because my family weren't big on Star Trek.
Mm.
Or at least my dad wasn't big on it. My mum liked Star Trek, but it was like in terms of what great sci-fi was, Star Trek never came to mind. 'Cause it was
It's not great.
Exactly,
It's a soapy as fuck.
as with Star
series.
Wars, Star Wars is great sci-fi.
Yeah.
Or at least the original. It's not looking at you, prequel, fuck you. But I remember when like this came out, like J.J. Abrams made Star Trek cool. It wasn't a nerdy thing, and it was still nerdy, and it is still nerdy to this day. But he made it cool. It was something that everyone wanted to go watch. It was like, hey, that doesn't look like Star Trek, but it's cool Star Trek, and faces look like handguns.
Well, to give credit to J.J. Abrams, my parents, friends of parents, and pretty much my entire family
We're
who
all
are
Star
massive
Trek
Star Trek nuts, we saw that and we were like, we want to go see that. We went to go see the new Hobbit films, I think number 1.
What's it called?
New
Unexpected Journey.
Unexpected Journey, I forgot the name.
I should have known that way
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah, that was bad of me. But yeah, we went to go see that, and we saw like a massive 2-minute teaser, and we're like, are we in the wrong film?
Wait a
like
minute.
cinema?
Hobbit came out after Star Trek.
No, Hobbit came out
Nope.
in 2000 and...
Nope, Hobbit came out after Star Trek.
Oh.
Yeah, Hobbit was 11.
11.
11, whatever.
Okay, alright.
2011. No, Hobbit was earlier.
Oh, okay,
But
alright.
was after Star Trek. Star Trek was 09. So Hobbit
Okay.
came out. The first Hobbit came out in 2011, I think.
Oh, no,
It
that
should have
was-
been the last Hobbit.
Oh no, this was Star
And
Trek.
Desolation was great.
This was Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah,
was
so
the
that
trailer.
makes sense.
But yeah, no. Anyways, all of us were like, we love Star Trek. We need to go see this right
Yeah.
now. This looks awesome.
And your dad put it. Oh, we watched it recently. 'Cause we watched it with your dad. Your dad put it really well. It's like Gene Roddenberry, who's the guy who created stuff.
Yeah.
He would have loved to watch that movie, and it's really good. And then so Into Darkness. Oh god, I'll try to be quick about all this. Into Darkness used to be my favorite.
Mhm.
I used to think Into Darkness was great, which is weird because a lot of people love it and a lot of people hate Into
Yeah, I've
Darkness.
seen a lot of hate online.
Like a lot of people like we read an article about J.J. Abrams because he's producing the next Star Trek movie. Or might be directing. There's no director assigned to it yet.
He's just been in working with it.
Yeah,
so
because
far.
at least we know he's producing it.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Anyway, we saw this article talking about the new one that they want to make, and they're like, he seems really like. I think for more or less, I'm like paraphrasing, but the bit that I'm getting to won't be paraphrased. It's like, oh, he seems really excited, and like he did the first Star Trek movie, so he knows what he's talking about. Then again, he did Star Trek Into Darkness, so what does he know about making a good Star Trek movie? I'm like, fuck off! Like, come on, it's not like that's just like really like you gotta be that mad about it. But
Yeah.
anyway, I do still love it. Into Darkness is my favorite, and then Beyond came out, which I wasn't overly fond of. Have you seen Beyond?
No, I haven't seen Beyond.
It's actually really good. I'd say it's definitely worth watching. And
So what's your order of favorites?
now it used to be
Two,
Into
one?
Darkness 1, and then Beyond was my least favorite.
Yeah. So
Now-
2 or 3.
Into Darkness has shifted to being my least favorite now, which is weird because I'm like, because I was watching it with you, and I was like, I remember liking this a lot more.
Yeah.
The last 7 times I've watched this movie, and then I was watching Beyond because I remember I didn't like Beyond in the cinemas that much. I was like, yeah. I was watching Beyond. I'm like, I remember hating this a lot more than I do now. This is really good. So now it's original Star Trek, now Beyond. and
Yeah,
then
it's the
Into
same with me.
Darkness.
Mine's 1, 3, 2 as well.
Yeah. So
Mm.
it's not like no disregard to 2. 2 is really good. I still think it's a great
Yeah.
movie, but it's now my least
Just there are
favorite.
certain things that I don't like.
Yep.
For example, British doctor.
Oh, Carol Marcus. and
Dr.
all that.
Marcus.
Yeah. I think it's just
Which is in the original series, who was a lot cooler, but then she fit in with the
Star Trek.
time.
Yeah,
And the-
I'm not sure.
yeah. I still think Into Darkness is really good. Like, it has great action, and it's really well shot, and it's got really good story moments in it, and the last 20 minutes are amazing. Yeah. Especially when Khan is like, when Khan essentially goes full Khan, where he's like, no ship should go down without a captain. You're like, ah! And that part where Spock's like, you will not blow us up. He's like, okay, Spock, let's get logical. And he's like, if you don't give over my people, I'm going to target your life support. And then he writes down how he'll kill them, and Spock's like, fuck. We can't. Yeah, no. Have you, which time?
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I say Into Darkness and Beyond are definitely worth watching. Anything else we've been doing? Well, we started playing Hellblade. That's about it. I finally finished Persona 5 as well. After 120 hours.
120 hours later.
I haven't dropped that long into a game in years. I think like 5 years. Not since Skyrim. Well,
Shit,
I dropped 500 hours into Skyrim.
Wow. You're gonna get Skyrim for Switch? What about Skyrim for VR?
I only had it for VR.
Maybe VR.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I wouldn't be.
Have you got the Skyrim remaster?
No. Yes, I do. I got it for free on PC.
I'm waiting for the Skyrim breakfast
Todd
cereal.
really likes reselling Skyrim. He's very proud of it.
Hey guys, we're doing Skyrim for Oxygen. Get it now.
It's gonna be great.
Skyrim, wait for it for PC.
Again.
Yeah.
Remastered again. If you have a 1080.
It's only available for 1080s.
Yeah. Anything else, Danny?
I think that's it.
Eric, what do you got?
Just been playing Heavenly Sword.
What do you think about it?
It's okay, rather to play God of War. You can't jump, that's a bit awkward.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It does open up once you get like about an hour in, you get more combat options, and it does become interesting. Also, you manually block.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of weird.
Oh, that's cool.
I know other games do it, like it's not really for me. But like you can counter and stuff, so if you're not attacking, you automatically block. But you do have different stances you could take.
Oh, okay, that sounds actually...
It's okay, yeah, like the acting, it's a bit weird because the characters are clearly supposed to be Japanese or Japanese expired. And none of them have Japanese voice actors, like, or even sound like it. And particularly Andy Serkis's character. It's funny because his voice doesn't match at all, but like his character's really entertaining.
Oh, sweet. Anything else?
And Fear.
Oh, yeah, something Fear, yeah.
Yeah, and that's, it's a bit old.
Yeah, serious case of a shooter made in 2006.
Yeah, it's got really good ideas, but it just doesn't quite get them through.
I'm really annoyed because I tried playing through Fear again as well, and I'm just like, I can tell this is a good game, but I've clearly missed the train. Like, I can't get back. I can't do it. I do want to go. I actually will try again to play through it again.
I'll probably beat it, yeah, but
but at the same time, I'm just like, I've missed the train. Like, I feel like if you didn't play it in 2006, or if you're not, or 05, yeah, if you didn't play it in 05, or you didn't play it on PC. It's like, because I got on you've got on 360 or PS3.
I'm playing on PS3 like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, like I got on 360. The frame drops.
Can you imagine buying a PS3? For us $1,000. Oh. You finally get to play Fear. You don't have anything else because you spent all your money on your PS3.
Yeah.
You finally get to play Fear 2 years after it was released, and you're like, oh man, I paid $1,000 for this fucker. Fear's gonna look amazing. It looks the worst of any platform.
Yeah,
it fucking plays the worst of any.
It's so smudgy.
I see why people... I remember PS3 got a lot of hate.
You know what? I'm thinking about it more now. What if people hated it?
Like, I'm not surprised. Like,
I think it's like one of the worst things Sony have ever done.
Yeah, is the pricing of the PS3. And then realising that the price was not the power of the PS3. Like,
I know why it was priced so expensive, because they had such, they had strong hardware, but it wasn't. It was hard to use.
Yeah, and also if you look to like I know console war shit out of the way in terms of third party development, the PS3 had the worst ports for third party development,
with the exception I think like some Japanese games.
Yeah,
occasionally it didn't, but the majority of the time, yeah.
Yeah, so like I remember when Skyrim came out, I got on 360, so I played a shit out of 360. Then we go to Troy's and we're playing on PS3, and I'm like, A, there's more bugs. B, it looks worse. Like, what the... Like, I was like...
I think Fallout 3 is one of the worst.
Yeah, for PS3.
The port sucks, yeah.
Even on Xbox, the port for Fallout 3 is fucking garbage. Like, yeah. That's that. So, yeah. Fear 3. Fear's alright. Missed a bit of it. Is that everything?
Yeah, it's everything.
I think that's everything.
Okay, so I think after 2 hours...
2.5 hours?
Jesus.
Yeah.
There'll be some edited stuff out, probably. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
A little bit, yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Tiny bits.
I don't know. So thanks to anyone who listened.
Especially if you made it this far.
Yeah, if you survived the trip, man, put us on if you're doing something menial. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even put us on if you're doing something like just for background noise. You don't have to listen. It's all right.
Just have some noise, white noise.
It's not like we want you to listen. Anyway, so We hope you guys enjoyed listening to this podcast. Subscribe to us if you liked us, and then ring the bell so you know when we fucking upload. So anyway, so thanks a lot for listening, guys. Subscribe, share us around. It helps us out quite a lot. You know, getting more views.
Get all them views.
Let it be known, I waved my hands up like an Italian just then.
He also made quotation marks about an hour and a half ago.
Anyways, yeah. Thanks a bunch, guys. Everyone say bye.
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 Bye.